State might actually end up winning that matchup if it comes about. So, but Oregon's really the only hope for the Pac-12 to put a team in the college football playoff. And now Verdell is out for the season. Somebody else is going to get that team.
All right, how about a 12-1 Oregon, or an 11-1 Oregon, whatever their regular season number is, so they win the championship game. So 12-1 Oregon versus a undefeated Cincinnati team for the final spot. Who gets it?
That's an excellent question. Part of that I think depends on what Cincinnati's schedule ends up looking like. They originally had a schedule with a preseason top 10 Notre Dame and a preseason number 17 Indiana, and Indiana's on their way to 5-7 or 4-8. So they're clearly disappointing. They need Notre Dame to win 10 games so that win looks as good as it possibly can.
Right.
And they need somebody else in the American to step up, and probably that would have to be SMU, and end up in the rankings so that they have a couple wins over ranked teams, and one of them highly ranked. Then they've got a shot at outclassing and in the eyes of the committee at 12-1 Oregon. But I don't think it's a given that it's Oregon.
No, I was on the Cincinnati bandwagon before the year started. I said I just hope they go undefeated so we get to, as Jerry Palm just called us.
And that's the thing, is that, if you remember Houston in 2015 or 16 had, Oklahoma and Louisville preseason number 3 and 17 on their schedule at home. And they had a pretty talented team. And, so we all thought, well, they've got the talent in the schedule to maybe, if they can get to 13-0, get a conversation about the playoff. So they beat Oklahoma and Louisville, and they were actually both number 3 at game time when they actually played them, but took 3 losses in the league and didn't even get to play for the league championship, let alone win it. So, Cincinnati's got a long way to go, but 13-0 Cincinnati is at least going to get a conversation for the playoff, whether they make it or not. Then that would be a first for a group of 5 team.
Exactly. That's what I'm rooting for, and shame on me. Yes, it's just kind of a given. Well, when they win their entire conference, well, you got to go out and do it. And bringing back the old Houston reference makes the point very well. That's why we have a guy like Jerry Palm on. All right, we were talking about this earlier here on the show. You're a good guy to have an opinion, even though I don't think it is your wheelhouse. You're more about the sport in general. How much do you take it unto yourself to evaluate college football players and what kind of pro football players they're going to eventually become?
I don't really do very much of that.
Yeah,
I enjoy the college players for what they are. There are guys that I hope my favorite NFL team gets, but I don't. I'm not Mel Kiper. I'm not the guys who should just spend all this time talking about twitchiness and whatever it is that they talk about to get these NFL prospects. I thought Robert Griffin would be a good NFL quarterback, and then Washington drafted him, and so you're kind of screwed there. But it has a lot to do with the situation you get into, especially for quarterbacks. But it's no, I don't spend a lot of time evaluating guys. It's almost like recruiting. It's like 24/7, 365, and I haven't got time for it.
It's somebody else's job to do, and I read you all the time, so I knew that was the answer. I just wanted to get you on record for it. But it doesn't mean I can't ask you why.
Sure.
No college quarterback is jumping off the page this year. Nobody's putting up record-setting numbers. Nobody is wowing the snot out of us week in and week out. Yeah. Matt Corral was for a couple of weeks, then he ran into Alabama's defense, and he looked a little mortal last week. Is it just a year where we don't have a superstar quarterback or two in college football?
Yeah, I think that, we just had a bunch of really good quarterbacks leave. So I think, that's probably part of it. That we had a pretty good draft class of quarterbacks in the NFL this year, and nobody has really stepped in to fill the void. I think you might be able to argue that the best quarterback so far has been Bryce Young of Alabama. And that's not what we expected. We expected Spencer Rattler, and he's been benched, and we expected Sam Howell for North Carolina, and he's sitting at 2-3 or 3-3, something like that. They just took their third loss today at home to Florida State, for crying out loud. So, the guys that we thought would be good have not stepped up. And And, maybe we end up with a Heisman Trophy not going to a quarterback this year, which would make it a rare occurrence over the last quarter century.
No, except for last year when they gave it to Devonta Smith, when I thought for sure they were going to give it to Mac Jones, but at least an Alabama guy got it, and maybe Bryce Young gets it, but he is a little young to be getting it. We shall see.
We are a long way from knowing. Really, I can't even give you a definitive favorite for the Heisman Trophy. There just isn't anybody that's wowing right now in college football. There's a lot of very good players, but there's nobody that has set himself above everyone else at this point.
You and I agreed on that one. Jerry, great stuff. We appreciate you coming on with us. We'll let you get back to watching your night college football. We'll be reading you in the morning. Thanks for hopping on with us.
All right, thank you.
That is Jerry Palm, college football insider for CBS Sports Radio. You can get all of the stuff on CBSSports.com. Excuse me. You can get all of his musings about what's going down in college football on CBSSports.com. You'll get my musings for the final 40 minutes here tonight. If you stay tuned, you can share your musings with me if you get on my phone lines. 855-212-4227. MacMan here with you on CBS Sports Radio.
We all know the soothing scent of Vicks Vapo Rub, the comforting scent families everywhere have come to trust. Whether you had a pesky cough and couldn't go to sleep, or you just needed a loving touch of care to help you feel better, Vicks Vapo Rub has always been there. It always made you feel better, and today, it still does. Reach for Vicks Vapo Rub and wrap yourself with the calm and soothing relief only Vicks Vapo Rub can bring. Vicks Vapo Rub, trusted soothing vapors, always there for you.
What's your ultimate game day experience? A tricked-out man cave? Deluxe tailgate? Then enter the 5-Hour Energy Football Sweepstakes for a chance to win $10,000. And make your ultimate game day experience a reality. To enter, buy any 5-Hour Energy product and upload the receipt. It's that easy. The 5-Hour Energy Football Sweepstakes. Enter today.
No purchase necessary. Must be 18 and a legal resident of the U.S. Ends December 10th, 2021. For official rules and how to enter without purchase, visit 5hesport.com. Void where prohibited.
I struggled with symptoms like frequent gas and stomach pain for years.
I was bloated all the time with daily diarrhea.
At first, I thought it was what I was eating.
I kept thinking it was stomach issues.
So I did my research and talked to my doctor, and we finally uncovered the truth.
It was actually EPI. Exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI, is a condition where your pancreas is unable to help break down your food.
It can lead to symptoms like diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, unexplained weight loss, and oily stools.
And EPI symptoms can be confused with those of other common digestive conditions, like irritable bowel syndrome, Crohn's, and celiac disease.
So getting to the right diagnosis meant being more open with my doctor about the severity of my symptoms and how often they were happening.
But there's good news. EPI is manageable, so don't wait any longer. Use the symptom checker at identifyepi.com and schedule a visit or call with your doctor to ask, could I have EPI?
Sponsored by AbbVie.
The following is an exclusive presentation of Pirate Radio, the voice of the pirate nation. Pirate fans, welcome to the U.S. Cellular 5th Quarter Postgame Call-In Show, brought to you by U.S. Cellular. Be sure to visit one of ECU graduate Brandon Tate's Platinum-certified U.S. Cellular stores and experience the highest standard of customer service. Call in on the live line at 317-1250. Now, with a complete recap of the game and your phone calls, live from the Pirate Radio studios, here's your host of the U.S. Cellular 5th Quarter, Clip Brock. The following is an exclusive presentation of Pirate Radio, the voice of the pirate nation. Pirate fans, welcome to the U.S. Cellular 5th Quarter Postgame Call-In Show, brought to you by U.S. Cellular. Be sure to visit one of ECU graduate Brandon Tate's Platinum-certified U.S. Cellular stores and experience the highest standard of customer service. Call in on the live line at 317-1250. Now, with a complete recap of the game and your phone calls, live from the Pirate Radio studios, here's your host of the U.S. Cellular 5th Quarter, Clip Brock.
All right, the Pirates fall tonight in Orlando, 20-16, the final score. East Carolina's offense an opportunity to put the Knights away late in the fourth quarter, could not do it. ECU's defense an opportunity to put UCF away late in the fourth quarter, could not do it. And this one slips away from the Pirates tonight in Orlando. Frustrating loss, Weave, and we'll break it down right here on the U.S. Cellular 5th Quarter Call-In.
Yeah, definitely frustrating because ECU had all the chances in the world to win this ball game and could have, should have, would have, but it didn't happen.
317-1250, we're taking your calls. We're with you until the last caller is served here on the U.S. Cellular 5th Quarter Call-In Show. We'll come back and kick it off after this.
At U.S. Cellular, we can help everyone stay connected for less. And less also means more, as in more choice. Right now, you choose any phone and we make it free. Plus, get unlimited data for $30 a month with 4 lines. U.S. Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for U.S. Cellular since 1997. Visit atlanticwireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
Chico's Mexican Restaurant is the home of the best margaritas. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's every Tuesday for the Gulp of Mexico, a huge 46-ounce lime margarita for only $6.99. On Thursdays, relax and enjoy half-price pitchers of Chico's house margaritas. Choose from lime, strawberry, blood orange, raspberry, or peach. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville and online at chicosrestaurant.com. Chico's, where the fiesta never ends.
How much does the word reliable mean? Sure, all businesses describe themselves as reliable, and we certainly wouldn't expect any business to be unreliable, but when you take a word like reliable and make it your way of life, the entire core of your business, it tends to mean a little more. And it's something you have to show people, not tell them. At Delcor, we show it by being there the same day you call. We show it by simply doing outstanding work with exceptional products, a family-oriented work ethic, and genuine caring for all of our neighbors throughout Eastern NC, because in a time of need, we know the first and the only thing you need is someone you can count on. That's why we only use equipment you can count on too, like a train comfort system. It's hard to stop a train. Delcor can have a new train comfort system installed in no time, or we can provide an AC tune-up to make sure your system is performing well. So will your system keep you cool all summer? Find out. Call us. We're Delcor, the service professionals, reliable for over 4 decades. Visit delcorinc.com today.
Discount Mattress and Furniture, 1501 Evans Street in Greenville. Everything must go up to 75% off. Air conditioners, $199. Refrigerators, $199. Dryers, $199. Queen mattresses, $199. ECU purple chairs, $99. Everything must go up to 75% off. Discount Mattress and Furniture, Body Railroad Track, 1501 Evans Street in Greenville. Winning is not everything, it's the only thing.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Tom Brown from Brown & Wood Cadillac. We've been serving the Pirate Nation in Eastern North Carolina for 83 years. We have 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 showrooms, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
This month at Brown & Wood, get a 2021 Cadillac CT5 lease at $489 a month, 10,000 miles a year for 36 months for qualified buyers. And as always, Brown & Wood is the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
We're located on Greenville Boulevard next to the Convention Center, or shop us online at brownandwoodauto.com.
Do you suffer from pain, anxiety, or sleeping issues? Eastern Healthcare has a solution for you. Eastern Healthcare is the premier CBD store with retailer quality products to help with any ailment you might have. They carry nationally recognized brands such as Curative's Delta 8, CBD Distillery, and Charlotte's Web with a wide variety of delivery systems.
This is Adam from Eastern Healthcare. Come visit our store at 2245 Stantonburg Road across from Vidant Hospital or call 227-4199. Eastern Healthcare. Wellness starts here.
When your family gathers around a shakaroni from Papa John's, you're sharing more than extra cheese and pepperoni. You're sharing scholarships, meals, and laughter. because $1 from every Shaq-a-Roni goes to charity. That's pizza with a purpose.
Hey, Pirate fans, the Shaq-a-Roni pizza is back, and only for $13. Plus $1 from every purchase goes to charity. The Shaq-a-Roni is an MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, the official pizza of the ECU Pirates.
This is Tyler Sneed, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
You're listening to the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter postgame call-in show. Here's Clip Brock.
All right, 317-1250, the number on the Fixed NC Live line. It is the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter call-in show. Felt like for a lot of that game we were going to be celebrating on a Saturday night. But UCF pulls it out in the end, 20-16. Thanks to tiebreakers for the post-game food, burgers, wings, hand-cut, hand-breaded chicken tenders, fresh salads, cold beer. That's your starting lineup. For tiebreakers, they've been keeping customers happy for 20 years. I went with the cheesesteak and a wrap, as did Weave tonight. We had some wings. We did it right. Shirley had the community family-style fried pickles passing around, so we were good to go. Thanks to tiebreakers, great spot to watch games, and you can get takeout like we did as well.
And you can put ranch on it.
Put some ranch on it. 317-1250, Dave, Cameron, Kenny coming up. And
look at that.
By the way, we probably should mention Alabama
on the ropes. A&M just scored again.
Still in the first half, but it is 23-10, PAT pending, as Texas A&M is putting it on the Tide right now. This will be a huge upset in college football. All right, let's start off tonight's program with Chris in Oriental up first. Hey, Chris.
Hey, how y'all doing? I got a few things here. I want to say congrats to the players tonight. They played their hearts out, and the defense definitely played their hearts out. What a stellar game on defense. They were all over the field, running left and right, great tackles. A couple of things I saw wrong. I think it was the second quarter, and we were down there on the 5-yard line, and it was 3rd and goal, and I decided to run it on 3rd and goal. I don't agree with that. You put in Garcia. Yes, he's run good before, but you put him in trying to run a touchdown. 3rd and 5, just throw it. Throw it to the outside, back of the end zone, probably a touchdown. I mean, I don't understand that part at all. And the second thing is I saw tonight a lot was run, and then 3rd down you have to try to get a passing yardage attempt to get a first down. I'm gonna get off here and let y'all tell me your feedback, but I don't understand that at all.
All right, thanks for the call, Chris. I think a lot of calls on offense and particularly one on defense we can dissect tonight that we disagree with, that didn't go the Pirates' way. But the Mason call, a strange one there, Weave.
It was strange because the teams are expecting that now. They've seen it twice already, and anybody that gets any film from East Carolina is going to know that when 10 comes in, and of course you're taking Holt Nailers and you're putting him out at wide receiver. He was out on the far side, lined up as a wide receiver decoy. That's not going to work the 3rd time when teams see that. So that was kind of the head scratcher for us as well defensively, like Clip mentioned. The big head scratcher for us defensively, we were screaming at the TV when you got them at 4th and 8, a minute 50 left to play. 4th and 8, you bring 3, you drop 2 in a 2-deep zone, and your linebackers back. You don't bring any pressure, and they pick up the 4th and 8. I think, to me, that was the play of the game for UCF.
Yeah, I mean, you had just gone 3 and out on offense, so your offense couldn't get it done. Your defense has them right there at 4th and 8. Yeah. The play before, you sent the entire house. I don't know if you send the entire house again, but you certainly put a blitz on the young, inexperienced freshman quarterback. You don't let him sit back there, pat the ball, find a receiver. Yeah, that was head scratching and did not work for East Carolina. All right, let's go next to Kenny in Blunt's Creek. Hey, Kenny.
Hey guys, good effort for the guys tonight, but good effort don't win ball games sometimes. It comes down to a fumble on the goal line at the beginning of the game, which you can't happen. And you can't have that. You got to come away with points. And then the 4th and 8, like you're talking about, this is a horrible defensive call. You got to pressure the guy. The guy's a second starting quarterback, so second game. You go after him. You play at East Carolina. You play to win the dang game. And you didn't do that tonight. You did the same crap where you play not to lose, and then it cost you. Look, we went down there and we played in a hostile environment. But in another game, just like South Carolina, should have won the game. And I'll just leave it at that. We can't lose next week, as Russ says. You can't beat off. So let's just go on and get ready for Houston. Hey, thank you guys for everything you do.
All right, man, Kenny in Blunt's Creek. I said it to you, Weave. I don't know if we want to rank the losses this year. This one felt a lot like South Carolina.
Hey, yeah, when he said that, I thought exactly that when we were talking about that. This did feel like that South Carolina game. It was right there in your hands. It was there for the taking, and they just didn't. And those are the times. Both of those games, the offense just kind of sputtered. Offense didn't get it going, and once again, I mean, how many times are we going to look at the box score and see 4 of 14 on third down? They had two. They picked up 2 third down conversions on their first 2 drives. There was a 3rd and 7 and a 3rd and 12 or something like that. They hit over the middle with Tyler Snead. Those are 2 third down conversions in the first 2 drives of the game for East Carolina. They had only 2 more third down conversions the rest of the game. Third down is just brutal for East Carolina. Yeah. The first caller had mentioned it. Run, and then you're getting stuffed on, first down and second down. You're getting maybe 1, 2, maybe 3 yards, and then you're still third in long situations, 7, 8, 9 yards, and those are hard to pick up.
317-1250. Cameron is up next in Greenville. Hey, Cameron.
Clip, Billy, we should have won that game. I am just shot in the stomach. I mean, it just blows my mind how on 4th and 8 with a freshman quarterback that's probably in his biggest 4th down in his career, we take a timeout, and then come back out after the timeout and only rush 3 guys? Steven Igo and his bowl cut haircut needs to get that press conference and ask Mike Houston and Blake Harrell what the heck they were thinking right there. That makes absolutely no sense. We should have won this game by 2 scores at least. If we could capitalize in the red zone, I don't get the inconsistency with Donnie Kirkpatrick mainly, and then also the inconsistency with Holton. Has the coaching staff told Holton not to run the ball as much as he has? I can't remember what part of the game, but it was like 3rd down and I want to say 4 or 5 to get into goal position. And Holton has a clear path to Ajay in front of him to get the first down. And he throws it to CJ.
Through the back of the end zone, corner of the end zone. Yeah, we thought the same thing, that he had running room right there and didn't take it.
Yeah, it just, the decision-making between our coach, offensive coordinator mainly the whole season, and with bad decision-making from the offensive coordinator leads to more bad decisions from the quarterback. It just blows my mind, some of these decisions we're making, guys. I mean, and we were in control of that game. I can honestly say, I truly believe that we were the better team on both sides of the ball compared to UCF. And that's just my opinion. But like I said, it's just some of this offensive coordinator coaching decisions, and especially in our last drive, 3 and out, why is Keaton Mitchell back there? He's sounded flare. We need a power running back in that situation to try and gain some yards and milk the clock. I just don't understand. Holton missed Matosha, that probably would have been a touchdown pass. He took some bad sacks. I just don't understand some of these decision making. These bad decisions are costing us games. We were the better team, and it like I said, Donnie Kirkpatrick, I don't understand him. He plays not to lose. I don't get it. I mean, it just blows my mind. I thought we were learning from the South Carolina game. I mean, I don't understand Donnie Kirkpatrick's play calling, and then I don't understand taking a timeout and only rushing 3 guys on the 4th down and 8. And it's a heartbreaking loss. We're on the right path of the program, but how many times have we come close? There got to be a point where you step over the mark. I mean, we should have won this game tonight, guys. Now we get to a bye week, and we have to go against Houston, who I think Houston and SMU, apart from Cincinnati, are the best teams in the AAC. So I'm just mind-boggled by some of the coaching decisions. I mean, except from the offensive coordinator, especially that last 4th down. And like I said, as always, go Pirates, but we should have won that game tonight, boys. We should have won that game.
All right. Thank you, Cameron. 317-1250.
Yeah, it comes down to consistency. This team, and we've said this all year, we're riding the roller coaster of inconsistency, and if this team can be consistent, but that's what good teams do. I mean, really good teams are consistent week in and week out.
Clearly not there yet.
And and I agree. The program is headed in the right direction. You just got to get more consistent, and the third down efficiency is just, it's a head scratcher. Yeah. It really is.
All right, Dave in Greenville's next. Hey, Dave.
Hey, boys. Hey, look. I don't know why everybody's so surprised. It's Pirate football. I mean, we all wanted to win, but if you would have told me that happened before the game, I would have been like, yep, that's going to happen. But look, a couple things here, maybe some stats to consider. How many catches did C.J. Johnson have tonight? 0.
Yeah.
All right. I don't even know if he was thrown to at all.
He was thrown to in the back of the end zone on the run play. It was Holton, where we thought Holton was going to run. He threw it in the back of the end zone, and it was out of bounds.
And that was the only thing I was going to say. I don't know if they told Holton not to run, but he probably would have got a first down for sure, maybe even a touchdown. And I wanted to be the first caller because everyone is saying exactly what I want to say, so I don't want to rehash it. But it's kind of like if all 4 of the callers or 3 callers before me have the same exact thoughts I have, what does our offensive coordinator and our defensive coordinator think about it? And we're all just local yokels, who with a love for ECU football, and we can see this plain as day. That last drive on offense, we ran the same play back to back. I wouldn't do that with my youth football team. You know what I'm saying? Or my middle school football team. You can't run the same play back to back, and then it's 3rd and 8, and you throw, an incomplete pass. It's like the other caller said, blows my mind. And then last thing I want to say is, we drop 8 and run 3. I mean, that's middle school defense too. Don't let them get behind you. I mean, we got to be more aggressive. And it's like some of the comments are saying, we are playing not to lose, not to win. And I think we need to be more aggressive. And I hope there's some hard comments. Some hard questions on Monday from the media. But love the show. Go Pirates. I want to listen to the voice later. Bye.
All right. Thank you, Dave in Greenville. Anything, Weave?
No, I agree. The prevent defense call there just was mind-boggling to me. I just think that, you got to bring some pressure. And you know what? In that situation, too, when it's 4th and 8 and if you bring pressure and say you get beat on the back end, that's a minute 50 seconds. You still got, I think East Carolina might have had 2 timeouts left there, at least 1, and you got a minute 50, you're down 4. That's a better situation than having 20 seconds left on the clock with 1 timeout, and you need you need a miracle. So, I mean, I think you roll the dice there, man, and you just come with pressure, and you kind of...
I mean, the base defense for Blake Harrell is blitzing.
Yeah.
It's almost like he overthought himself there.
Yeah, and that was the comment we made during that, when it happened. It's like, did he overthink it? What's going on there? I don't know. I just like to be aggressive, and I think, Mike Houston wants to be a power football team. He wants to be aggressive. He wants to be physical, but in that case right there, that wasn't aggressive for me.
All right, let's get a break in. 317-1250. You're listening to the U.S. Cellular 5th quarter call-in show. Alabama's going to go to the locker room down 14 points to Texas A&M. There's a shocking score on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard. We will have scores for you and all of your calls. Jeff, Monica, Jared, and Mitchell are up next when we return after these words.
Great food, great atmosphere, and great service is Ottavola Market Cafe. Ottavola is simply a restaurant that focuses on that, being a great restaurant. There's something for everyone at Ottavola. The menu offers a variety of great choices like pastas, pizzas, sandwiches, soups, salads, and seasonal rotating selections. Lunch or dinner, Ottavola is always the right call. Call ahead and get Ottavola to go, or stop by the bar for a drink with friends. It's simple. Come and eat at Ottavola Market Cafe, Red Banks Road next to Food Lion, and OttavolaMarket.com. Ottavola, Pirates supporting Pirates.
In sports, if you think joy only happens after you win, think again. Look at the world's most successful athletes like Serena Williams, Brooks Koepka, and Alex Morgan. They don't spend all their days grinding away. They take time to enjoy themselves, like getting together with friends over a Michelob Ultra, because they know that happiness is the key to winning, and that joy is the whole game, not just the end game. Michelob Ultra. 95 calories, 2.6 grams of carbs. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. AB Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. Proud to be voted the Remodeler of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Raleigh-Wake County in 2018 and Best Business Commercial Remodel Project winner for 2020. David Price Construction, the proud ECU Home Services partner.
Blue 42! Blue 42! Unlike football, life doesn't take a timeout, and anything can happen at any time. Unfortunately, anything isn't always a good thing. You need auto and life coverage, and agents. There for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You need North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance. Timeout? Not even in our vocabulary.
Pirate fans, call Brian Coleman or CJ Messerly at 756-3007.
North Carolina Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company. Farm Bureau Insurance of North Carolina, Inc. Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Jackson, Mississippi. An independent licensee of the Blue Cross and Blue Shield Association.
In studio with Gloria from Kinetic Physical Therapy. Gloria, what is cryotherapy?
Cryotherapy is when your body is exposed to extremely cold but therapeutic temperatures for several minutes. It has many benefits, including decreased pain, decreased inflammation, increased energy, and improved overall wellness. That's why at Kinetic Physical Therapy and Wellness, we offer a wide variety of services, including cryotherapy. So whether you're an athlete or whether you just want to give your health a boost, cryotherapy will help to ensure that you're feeling great and living well. So come chill with us and you'll be back for more.
Pirate fans, get ready for a winning season and team up with Quality Equipment, your local John Deere dealer and proud sponsor of the ECU Pirates. When you do business with us, you'll get things done right. We're proud to offer a large selection of new and used John Deere equipment, a fully stocked parts department, and a highly trained staff who is here to support you throughout the life of your equipment. So get quality done right before every ECU game day and visit QualityEquip.com.
Hello, this is Michael McGraw from Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center of Greenville. We offer a variety of services including arthroscopic surgery, sports medicine, carpal tunnel and general orthopedics, fracture care, total joint replacement, physical therapy, and on-site MRIs. For experienced professional medical care, visit our office on W.H. Smith Boulevard in Greenville and online at orthoeast.com. Orthopedics East providing services to ECU and Pitt County Athletics for over 35 years. Go Pirates!
Hey Pirates, this is Holt Nailers. A big part of my success on the field is what I eat at home. To keep my body filled up, I order meals off a Clean Eats meal plan. I choose the meals I want from 6 different meals offered each week, and I pick them up on Sunday or Monday at the cafe on Red Banks Road. Each meal is packed with the perfect mix of healthy proteins, carbs, and veggies to keep my engine running at full speed. Go to cleaneats.com, click on meal plans, or stop by the cafe and get all the info. Clean Eats and the Pirates, a winning combination.
This is assistant football coach Drew Dudzik, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to the U.S. Cellular 5th Quarter Postgame Call-In Show. Here's Clip Brock. Now, with the Pirate Radio Scoreboard, here's Shirley Rhodes.
All right, in the third quarter, it is number 16 Kentucky leading LSU 21-7. The big story is what's going on between Alabama and Texas A&M. It is halftime, and Texas A&M leads the Tide 24-10. Michigan has a 13-0 lead over Nebraska at the half. Virginia Tech has a 2-point lead over Notre Dame. 16-14 is that score in the third quarter. Tulsa has a 7-0 lead over Memphis in the second, and San Diego State has a 7-0 lead over New Mexico. In the NLDS Game 2 between the Dodgers and the Giants, the Dodgers are up 1-0 in the top of the second inning. And that is a look at your Buck Scoreboard, brought to you by the Buccaneer Music Halls, your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates in eastern North Carolina. The Buck is open from noon until 2 a.m. with live music every night. And now during football season, they have food trucks during the day. Follow the Buck on Facebook and Instagram for an updated schedule, and we will see you at the Buck. Now let's head back into the U.S. Cellular 5th Quarter Postgame Call-In Show. Here's your host, Clip Brock.
Already back with you on the U.S. Cellular 5th Quarter Call-In Show. Thanks to Tiebreakers for the awesome post-game food. Check them out on Sunday. They'll have all the NFL games on, and you can enjoy some great food. Burgers, wings, hand-cut, hand-breaded chicken tenders, fresh salads, cold beer. It's all there for you at Tiebreakers. All right, 317-1250. Lines locked and loaded tonight. Jeff, Monica, Jared, hang on. Let's go to Mitchell in Charlotte. Hey, Mitchell.
Hey guys. Just wanted to say, man, just really disappointed we couldn't get the win. Another game where our defense plays a really good game. Just wish we could get the win. Play calling, real suspect, as everyone said. I don't know, just looking at the score, man, we terrible on third down, more turnovers than them, but had the ball longer. Like, just really a game where I wish we could have got a win. I don't know what you guys were thinking about, man. But, yeah, it's tough, man. Kirkpatrick continues to disappoint, but, yeah, it's just an unfortunate day.
I said it going into, all week, that going into the season, this one is a loss on the schedule, but then their quarterback goes down. They have all these other injuries. We win 3 in a row. They lose 2 in a row. So you had some optimism going into the game. Maybe they could pull one out. And then when you watch it with your eyeballs, you say, well, we certainly belong on this field. And at some point in that game, we certainly deserve to win this game. We're going to win this game. And that's why it hurts, because you had every opportunity in the world, both offense and defense, to put them away in the fourth quarter, and they could not do that. And this is a bad loss. This is a game you had in your hands and let it slip away.
Yeah, and especially if you can win on the road at a place like UCF, it would have been a big momentum booster for East Carolina going into an off week. And one of the callers earlier said it, and I think I agree. East Carolina looked like the better team on the field, and unfortunately tonight the better team, I don't think, won.
317-1250. Jared's up next in Washington, D.C. Hey, Jared.
Hey, guys. The more things change, the more they stay the same. I feel like this was a couple years ago when we were playing UCF and we lost because of 4 o'clock management late. I mean, that time they threw a Hail Mary. This time they scored a touchdown with 20 seconds left. And the clock management was horrible. At this point, do we trust Donnie Kirkpatrick to call a good offensive game plan? Because it's just back to those old East Carolina days. Run first down, run second down, throw a short pass on third down, and then punt. The problems are deep. The team played great tonight. There were some issues. That third down with Holton, I think at this point, they're telling him not to run, and you can tell that he wants to, because he leaned into it and then just backed off and tried to throw that pass to CJ. It wasn't there, and that was one of those momentum-changing plays that kind of killed everything. That fourth down on defense was inexcusable. That was the opportunity to win the game. You have to send pressure at a true freshman QB, and probably the most important play of his young career. This one sucks. Can't do much about it. We got a bye week before Houston, so let's just get back on the right track. Go Pirates!
All right, Jared. This one sucks. Can't do much about it. Yeah. I can really relate to that phrase.
Yeah, hindsight's 20/20, and we can sit here and break it down easily this way. And because I had said it before, on 4th and 8 right there, if you bring the house like you did the play before, and they beat you on the back end with 1:50 to play, you've got time. You're down 4, but obviously, like I said, hindsight's 20/20. That was the situation anyway, where they did score eventually, and there was 20 seconds left on the clock. You got 1 timeout, so obviously it would have been a better situation had you just gambled. And I don't even think it was a gamble to bring pressure. It might have been a gamble to bring the whole house the way they did the play before.
Right? Yeah.
But you didn't bring
earlier on
pressure.
Facebook say bring 5, bring a couple linebackers.
But to drop 8.
Yeah.
And
you had been getting to them too. We've seen earlier in this year. Which I guess like App State, I'm thinking about in particular, where we kept sending a blitz and could not get to them.
Right.
So at that point, maybe you do just back off. They were getting to them tonight.
Yes.
They were sacking them. They were hitting them.
The play before we got to them.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what it said. Yeah. They brought the house on that one, and that we forced the quick throw, and it wasn't really a catchable ball. You just got to bring pressure in that situation. That was the big baffling play to me.
I agree. 317-1250. Monica is up next in Greenville. Hey, Monica.
Hey, guys. Wow. Did we lay an egg tonight or what? This was really a head-scratcher of a game. The better team did not win on that field tonight. We are a better team than what we saw. I mean, there were hardly any points scored. Nobody saw this coming tonight. This came out of left field. The bottom line is, there were two teams going in different directions coming into this game tonight. You had ECU coming off of 3 wins and pretty high coming into this game, and you had a very injured UCF and licking their wounds coming into this game. If you take a look at UCF, they're playing a freshman quarterback, a true freshman who's seen 1 game. We should have been getting more pressure on that quarterback, forcing turnovers and making his life hell tonight, and I didn't see us doing that. When you look at the game tonight, I really didn't see us doing enough of that. You take a look at all of their starters who were out of center, out of cornerback, a linebacker, defensive tackle, wide receiver, running back, and their quarterback. We just didn't capitalize on the opportunity, the gift that we had in front of us, and I'm putting that right in the hands of the coaching tonight because we were the more athletic team, and we have the most prolific athlete in, I think, NCAA football right now in Keaton Mitchell. I just don't know how we blew this one tonight. And I am laying it on the coaches tonight. It was poor clock management at the end. And to send only, to rush three defenders on 4th and 8, that's just horrible. Also, when we had back-to-back offside penalties, there in the game to let them, march on down the field. It was just the most frustrating loss, I think, of the year. And I'm laying this one on the coaches. It just was a poorly coached game, frustrating loss. And then, the problem I have, too, or the issue I have is now we're going to go off a bye week. We don't know who we are as a team. We don't know how to win. We don't even know how to lose at this point. And now we're gonna have a bye week where we have this downtime. We got to play Houston, and then we got to come around on a short week and play on a Thursday night. Who knows who we are at this point? I'm still going to pull for my Pirates. Go Pirates! And hey, I just want to congratulate Shirley as I hang up on. Congrats Shirley on, I think it was 226. So I heard that today. So congratulations on your 226 consecutive. Calls you've had or that you've been hosting your show, so congrats on that. But what a frustrating game tonight, guys. I'll hang up and listen to the rest of the show. So thank God for the 5th quarter. Go Pirates.
Thanks, Monica.
Thanks, Monica.
Shout out to the Iron Woman, Shirley Rhodes, the Cal Ripken of the pregame and postgame show. All right, 317-1250.
Well, I do need to clarify something, though.
What's that?
It is not my 226 consecutive 5th quarter because there were a couple of seasons where we did pregame and then other people did postgame.
Oh, right, yeah.
So that would not count for 5th quarter. But
Bud Light pregame tailgate.
For the Bud Light pregame tailgate, that was my 226th consecutive one.
Wow. That's nuts.
That's a lot. That's a Cal Ripken-esque.
Yep.
Thank you.
All right, Jeff is up next in Chicago. Hey, Jeff.
Yeah, my name's not Jeff. I actually was going to pretend to be Jeff Comfer, and I don't get the energy.
Oh, man.
So,
well, thank you for your honesty. Yeah.
The reality is, man, I'm just tired of this crap. This falls at the coach's feet. The fact that Donnie Kirkpatrick can't call a game that actually scores points. The fact that the climate that seemingly the head coach has set, where they don't run it, they don't run their backers, they don't blitz, they don't put any freaking penetration on the quarterback, the freshman quarterback, when the time calls for it, is endemic of what Mike Houston has done, and I'm tired of it. And Donnie Kirkpatrick is not the answer. And I know that we all got a big high off the last game of what happened, and a big high off of the Marshall game, who has seemingly fallen off the map. But the answer is not Donnie Kirkpatrick as OCD. The answer is seemingly right now not Mike Houston as the head coach. And the reality is we're a team that was better than what we showed tonight. We should have scored at least 14 more points than we scored tonight and won that game, walking away with air still in our lungs and not walked away like we did, close to what we did when Brashad Perriman freaking scored a Hail Mary, however many years ago. This was ridiculous, and this falls directly at the feet of Mike Houston, and I hope he has his kite and he can take it and fly it very, very high and come back next week or the next game and figure out how to freaking win a few in a row. Because if he doesn't get to a bowl game this year, the reason that he will not get renewed and the reason that he will no longer be the head coach of the East Carolina Pirates and the reason he will be headed back to DQ or FCS or wherever he goes is because the fact that he can't get his OC and he can't get his DC on the same page, and he's too hard-headed to actually win a freaking game. And I'm tired of it. I'm exhausted with the Pirates, and I'm tired of hoping and being let down. And that's my opinion. And I'm in Raleigh and not in Chicago. And Jeff Comfort, again, as I said before, get paper cuts every day of his life for the rest of his life. 1,000 of them.
All right.
Good night.
Not Jeff and not Chicago is really tired. He's tired of everything.
It's frustrating. It really is. It's a frustrating game to watch. It really is, because I think everybody's on the same page with this is a better team than that. It's a better team than what they showed. I said before the game, I thought it was going to be in the high 30s. East Carolina came in scoring, much more than that. Heck, UCF was coming in scoring, 40 points a game, something like that. 3-3 at halftime. I'm thinking, what's going on here? Nobody is scoring. I think one of the other disappointing things to me that I noticed, the 16-play drive where it was very obvious the UCF defensive linemen, the defense, they were sucking wind. They were just out of wind. They were not looking good at all, and you only get 3 points out of that. That was very frustrating, not to be able to punch that long, sustained drive in for a touchdown.
Now, was that the same drive where there was a blatant face mask on Keaton and that was not called?
Never showed the replay. Remember, they put the graphic up of Keaton Mitchell.
Keaton got spun completely around, and it was never called.
I would love to have seen the replay on that, because at first look, it was, it looked like a blatant face mask. And Keaton Mitchell, even after they blew the play dead, he pulled on his face mask to say, hey, refs, you're going to make the call. That was a little baffling as well.
As someone who is on the air 15 hours a week on Pirate Radio Live, this is pretty funny from Chris. I don't know if he's being funny or if he's... but anyway, he said on Facebook, typical football week in Greenville. Monday and Tuesday, complain about the loss. Wednesday, talk about how great the Peach Bowl win was. Thursday, talk about how long it's been since we were at a bowl game. Friday, dream about what happens if we win on Saturday. All right, that's the week. He's got it set up. I know what I'm doing next week, unfortunately. That was pretty funny, Chris. But, man, it would have been awesome
But what do you do on a Saturday off if you do all that? What's the Saturday off?
We talk basketball.
Hey,
I don't
at
know.
ECU.
Talk about how great Blue Edwards is, I guess. I don't know. Replay some baseball games. So anyway, Sean, Kyle, Archer, George, hang on. We're getting to your calls when we return on the U.S. Cellular 5th Quarter Call-In Show. We are back with you after this.
Other food delivery apps charge surprise fees, but Domino's is giving away $50 million worth of surprise frees, like free pizza, lava cakes, or cheesy bread when you order delivery online. And we found some unique ways to get the word out.
Like shouting from the rooftop! Free cheese!
Screaming it! We even called Paul Revere.
Free lava cakes are coming!
Order delivery online and you could get a surprise free from Domino's. No purchase necessary. Open U.S. residents 13 and up through 11/21/21. Odds of winning are 1 in 14. See rules at surprisefrees.domino's.com for free entry, blackout dates, restrictions, and details.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Amanda Houston, and when it came time to make the game-winning play for relaxation at our house, I made the right call to Jamie Lang and Carolina Hardscapes. Jamie and his team built the backyard oasis of our dreams with a beautiful custom paver patio, outdoor lighting, and fireplace. Make your backyard incredible and call Carolina Hardscapes today at 364-1201 or visit their showroom on Fire Tower Road across from Bostic Suck. Go Pirates!
Hello, this is Talbot Green with Angel Oak Home Loans. Now's the time to take advantage of the opportunity to buy more home or refinance your current mortgage at historically low rates. The combination of our local team's experience and Angel Oak's wide offerings of products from standard conventional, government, and portfolio loans has something for most financial situations. For more information, call Talbot Green, Joanne Weir, or Wanda Hager at 751-2060.
NMLS 1719250, Equal Housing Lender.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Holt Nailers, and I couldn't do my job without my offensive line keeping me safe. Make sure your employees are safe by using ArcPoint Labs for your medical testing needs. From pre-employment testing to COVID test, ArcPoint Labs is there to serve Eastern North Carolina with accurate, reliable, confidential testing. Schedule an appointment at any of their 6 Eastern North Carolina locations or visiting them online at arcpointlabs.com. Go Pirates!
I'm Michael Vaughn with East Coast Grading and Utilities. Many of you know my dad, David Vaughn, and his work in putting in subdivisions all over Pirate Nation. But East Coast Grading and Utilities is not just for those type of big jobs. We're here for the homeowners. Whether it's concrete, driveways, hauling rock, or sand, whatever you need, East Coast Grading and Utilities can get the job done. Call us at 252-531-7494 or check us out on Facebook at East Coast Grading and Utilities.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Kyle Gaines from Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Not only will you feature a great selection of pre-owned inventory for sale, but we'll also buy your vehicle even if you don't buy one from us. Drive a little, save a lot. Give us a call and make a short trip to Washington and let us buy your vehicle today. It is totally worth it. We also service all makes and models at our state-of-the-art service department. Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram between Greenville and Washington, and WashingtonChryslerDodgeJeepRam.com. Remember, drive a little, save a lot. Go Pirates.
Are you suffering from anxiety, sleep issues, or chronic pain? Have you heard of CBD? You can learn about the benefits of CBD right here in Greenville at the Hemp Garden. Hemp Garden offers a variety of products and solutions that are truly making a difference in our community. Hemp Garden also provides products that can assist with energy and focus. Have a pet? Come check out their selection of CBD pet products. Visit Hemp Garden to speak with a CBD specialist in a relaxed and welcoming environment today. Exclusive discounts are offered to first-time customers. Hemp Garden, located at 3040 South Evans Street in the Target Shopping Center in Greenville.
On Saturdays, your team needs you, your sofa needs you, and you need a Jersey Mike's sub. Get it all with free Saturday delivery when you order through the Jersey Mike's app. Jersey Mike's, a sub above. This Saturday, while you watch the game at home, we're watching the grill at Jersey Mike's. Order through the Jersey Mike's app for free delivery on Saturdays, unless you're going to miss hearing this. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
This is Big John Williams, strength and conditioning coach for East Carolina football, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to the U.S. Cellular 5th Quarter Postgame Call-In Show. Here's Clip Brock.
All right, back with you on the U.S. Cellular 5th Quarter Call-In Show. Disappointing result tonight. UCF wins it 20-16. A sluggish defensive performance, field goal contest for a lot of that game. And East Carolina had many opportunities to put UCF away, could not do it. Pirates fall to 3-3 on the year. Be sure to visit one of ECU graduate Brandon Tate's U.S. Cellular locations. Experience the highest standard of customer service next to Little Caesars on Charles Boulevard in Greenville, in front of Lowe's Home Improvement on Memorial Drive in Greenville, next to Walmart on 10th Street in Greenville, and the U.S. Cellular store in the Greenville Mall behind Chick-fil-A. That was a great play.
It was.
By the quarterback Young, Alabama. As the Tide are trailing by 14.
Yeah, but they're about to turn it up right here.
They're driving. Huge play by Bryce Young there to get away from a sack and convert a first down. All right, Sean, Kyle, Archer, hang on. Let's go to George next in Merritt, North Carolina. Hey, George.
How y'all doing?
All right.
And I wish y'all commentated that game. The woman was worse than nails on a chalkboard, and the dude with her might as well have been asleep. How many Pirates agree with me? I love your haircut.
I love it.
That was great.
Love it.
Yeah, if ECU would have won, probably be talking a lot more about the announcers right now.
Yeah,
the actual game. And
and the helmets.
The helmets were chipped to hell.
They were chipped.
The production, like they went from like absolute silence to a woman screaming touchdown.
It was
very weird. The whole thing, you couldn't hear the crowd at all. It was awful.
A little better in the second half hearing the crowd, but the audio issues were a problem. I didn't particularly like the high angle video camera, the what we call the game camera, way too wide. Couldn't even see what was going on. There were lots of other technical issues for us and former TV guys that picked up on, but it is an ESPN Plus production, so it kind of is what it is.
All right, Archer, you're up next in Emerald Isle. Hello.
Hey, fellas, what's going on?
Hey.
Hey, listen, I'm calling in. I'm not one of those guys that likes to call in and dissect too much. My family was going to games, lived on the outskirts of Greenville my whole life, went to every game we could. And I'm just sitting here listening to a lot of negativity. And look, it is, I appreciate that. When people are calling in, angry, pissed off, whatever you want to call it, that means that we're concerned and we care about what's going on with Pirate football. But looking at the schedule, App State, South Carolina, we 17 points down with 10 minutes left against Marshall. We barely beat Charleston Southern. Tulane, granted, played Oklahoma well. All I'm saying is we might be expecting a little too much out of this team at this point in time. And instead of getting on them like they are supposed to be winning the national championship, let's be excited about the fact that they're competitive in a hostile environment against a team going to the Big 12. All I have to say is everyone has been talking offensively tonight, and that's fair. A lot of decisions I may have chosen differently, but then again, I'm not a football coach who spends 24 hours a day thinking about it. However, what I will say is our defense for the first time in a long time was really competitive. I think some of the calling at the end of the game could have gone differently, but I was really pleased to see what's going on. And here's what I will say. Everyone who's angry, calling in from Blunt's Creek, Chicago, wherever you want to call it, show up in Dowdy-Ficklin. Let's show them that we appreciate the Pirates. And all I can say is I back Mike Houston.
All right. Thanks for the call, Archer.
Some positivity there. I back Mike Houston too. I think it's way too early to be calling for anybody's head. As far as a head coach is concerned, you can say what you want about assistant coaches and stuff like that because that happens. Mike Houston, I think he's a good coach. I think they're a competitive team, and I agree. There's a lot of positives, but those just hurt. They just really do when you go on the road. It's tough to win on the road, and when you got a team on the ropes, you need to kind of complete it.
We lost to South Carolina with a coach playing quarterback, and we lost tonight to a freshman backup. So
it always seems to happen that way. I always, if you're an East Carolina fan, you hate to play a backup quarterback. It just never turns out well. Never does.
Let's go next to Kyle in LaGrange. Hey, Kyle.
What's going on, fellas? You know what? People calling for Mike Houston's dead. At the end of the season, if we're 3-9, you can call for his head then. But at this point, we're 3-3, and considering where we came from under Scotty Montgomery and the Jeff Confer 5, that's just plain ignorant. So, I think people need to chill out just a tad. This is coming from Kyle from LaGrange, for God's sake. I'll tell you what, a couple things on the comment on. A lot of people are saying we play super conservative on offense, play not to lose. Running the ball don't mean you're trying not to lose or playing super conservative. Nobody said we were playing super conservative when we were running the ball last week and ran for over 300 yards. I think what happened was they started getting to Holton in the second quarter, a lot of pressure. They were having to roll him out to really get any successful pass plays. And, Coach made the decision, we're going to establish the run. We were playing good defense. They weren't scoring much. And I really thought Houston thought if we gave the ball to Rajah Harris, Keith Mitchell enough, they'd break a long one and kind of bust the game up, and it just didn't happen. What I think this game is a game of missed opportunity, which some people have alluded to. You look in the first half, you go down and you turn the ball over on the first offensive drive when we're getting ready to score or at least get 3 out of that. Keaton fumbles it. Then you have another drive where we're getting ready to it's a third down play, and Holton could have pulled the ball and picked up a first down, maybe even got in the end zone. Instead, he decides to throw it, and we end up having to kick a field goal. There was a couple other offensive possessions where we just didn't take advantage of opportunities that were there. That, frustrating. Bottom line is, we had them 4th and 7, 4th and 8, whatever it was.
Yeah, 4th and 8 with 150 to go.
Yeah, if we get the stop there, nobody's talking about any of this crap.
That's right. Absolutely. That's the game right there.
Yeah, exactly. I don't like the play call there. I think you got to be aggressive there. I think I know why he did it. That quarterback was not completing a lot of passes even when we didn't bring pressure. Our corners were making plays. And, the last thing I guess he was thinking we needed to do was beat. He didn't want to get beat over the top. He didn't want to give up an easy one. But I think you got to bring pressure there. I think that was a mistake on Blake Harrell and Mike Houston's part. To me, that was the biggest coaching flaw in the game. Give UCF some credit. I know UCF's quarterback is out. Their true freshman is very talented. Do you guys remember a few years ago, UCF's quarterback was out in 2018, and they started a guy for the first time here, some kid from Virginia, who's not even with the program anymore. He never really played much after that season, and they beat the dog crap out of him. Do y'all remember that?
Yeah.
And so tonight they were playing their backup, and we almost beat them. We were also playing them in the bounce house, a place they don't lose very often in Orlando. They were still a 10-point favorite. Despite all of those guys being out, they were a 10-point favorite. We got a lot to build off of. We got an off week. I know everybody in the world thinks Houston's world beaters. I do not. I can't stand Dana Holgerson and his drunk Murdoch from the A-team looking ass. I cannot stand him. I hope we go down there and skull thump him. But that's neither here nor there. First things first, guys. As Coach Ruff will say, we got to beat off. Go Pirates.
All right. Thank you, Kyle in LaGrange.
I think he hit it on the head with missed opportunities there, because there were plenty of missed opportunities. I think like I had mentioned earlier, the long drive where they didn't score a touchdown there, missed opportunity there, missed opportunity obviously on the first drive with the fumble, missed opportunity with the Holt Nailers where he didn't run and he threw the ball in the back of the end zone. That potentially could have been, an extended drive there. So, yeah, missed opportunities are definitely big in this game.
317-1250, Sean, you're up in Sanford. Hey, Sean.
Hey, I kind of hard to top the last two callers, but clearly from what I've seen tonight, the better team lost. ECU had the talent for the first time since Ruff and McNeil was coaching. When they would lose with the best team, this is the first time I've seen ECU play with the best team, the better talent, and lost. And it's just a dang shame. And just like Kyle was saying, it is a lot of missed opportunities. But I hope Houston takes this bye week and just reflects on some of the decision making during the game, because really, the game should have never been close. If they had played like they played against Tulane, I don't even think we'd be sitting here talking about a close game. I think ECU would have blew them out of the water. And that's all I've got to say.
All right.
Show you guys put on. Thank you.
Thanks, Sean. It's starting to feel like when I would do shows during the rough era, when ECU would have like 250 more yards than the other team, and just kind of, whatever, turn it over, not cash it in the red zone, and it just felt like we had wins and they would get taken away from us. So I'm having flashbacks to that right now, because we haven't had many of these over the last few years where you felt like you should win. We've had so many blowouts and just games we weren't competitive in. That's what makes this one hurt. Yeah. Just like the South Carolina game. You should have won the game. You had an opportunity to win the game.
Yeah, and I just wonder how much wind was taken out of the sails of the ECU Pirates on that first drive, because after scoring 52 points, you come in, you get the opening kickoff, you just basically march down the field. That opening drive looked really good until the fumble. And I'm just wondering how much wind that took out of the players' sails right there, because 3 points the rest of the way for the first half. And defense still played well. I mean, that is a bright spot. I think 300 some yards given up totally to UCF on the road. That's a great defensive effort.
All right, let's get another break in. We'll come back. We got Terry, Kevin, Juan, and Chandler coming up on the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter call-in show, taking your calls. We'll be back with more right after this.
Hello, Pirate Nation. This is Bram Anderson from Tiebreakers, and we are excited to announce that we will be opening our second location in Winterville soon. Right now, our growing company is hiring team members for all positions for both locations. We need managers, bartenders, servers, cooks, and dishwashers. If you're looking for an opportunity to be on a fun and exciting restaurant team, then come see us today. Apply in person at Tiebreakers at Bells Fork. Check us out at tiebreakersnc.com.
Hey Pirate Nation, Lindsey Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
That's for you. Answer the call from patients who need plasma. Donations are down, so give plasma at a Grifols Center and receive compensation. Visit grifolsplasma.com. Gonna get that? Answer the call from patients who need plasma and receive up to $700 your first month when you donate at a Grifols Center. Visit grifolsplasma.com.
BMS Builders is your premier custom builder in eastern North Carolina. With Blackwood and Mills Creek in Greenville, Dalton's Cove in Farmville, and Belmar in Ayden, these are just a few of the developments featuring BMS Builders homes. They can build the home of your dreams. Just ask Dr. Dennis Ross in Greenville or East Carolina football coach Mike Houston. They built their homes, and they can build yours as well. BMS Builders. Give them a call at 916-1578 for BMS Builders.
Are you ready for some football? Let Bostic Sub Furniture get you ready. Stop in during our Touchdown to Savings event and save up to 15% off with 6-month special financing on just what you need to catch all the exciting action this season. With over 250 Lazy Boy recliners in stock, or choose 72-month special financing. Find the right mattress at a comfortable price and get 72-month special financing. Plus, save big on our brand new Serta mattress collection. So rush to Bostic Sub Furniture now.
Dear past, present, and future football watchers, football is back, just how you remembered it. Tailgates with an ice-cold Pepsi in hand? Totally back. That between-play sprint to the fridge for more Pepsi is back, baby. I really miss this. Anyways, consider this your official excuse for always putting football watching first, courtesy of Pepsi. That haircut appointment? Your mom told us you look great, so you should probably reschedule. Seeing the in-laws for the first time in ages.
It's been so long.
Nope, sorry, Susan. Not if it's on Sunday. Long story short, after the year we've all had, we think you could use a little football watching. So crack open a Pepsi and cheer your football watching face off. With love, Pepsi. Made for football watching. That's what I like.
Hi, this is Billy Parker from Parker's Barbecue. Did you know that we cater? Let us cater your next private event, church gathering, or backyard party. From traditional pig pickings to regular chopped barbecue, Parker's has anything you need. Parker's, where you're always treated like family.
I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have kept the fires burning for Eastern North Carolina Whole Hog Barbecue. At Sam Jones, you'll find our smokehouse pumping out wood-fired meats, cooked fresh every single day. There are no freezers at our place. Everything, and we mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Stop in and see us, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. At Sam Jones Barbecue, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors.
This is Coach Blake Harrell, defense coordinator for East Carolina football, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to the U.S. Cellular 5th Quarter Postgame Call-In Show. Here's Clip Brock. Now, with the Pirate Radio Scoreboard, here's Shirley Rhodes.
All right, Texas Tech is trailing TCU by a score of 52-31 in the fourth quarter, and Kentucky has extended their lead over LSU as 35-14 in the fourth quarter. Number 9 Michigan leads Nebraska 19-7 in the third. Notre Dame is trailing Virginia Tech by 1. It's 22-21 in the fourth quarter. Alabama still trailing Texas A&M 24-17 midway through the third quarter, and Memphis and Tulsa are tied at 7 apiece in the second. San Diego State running away over New Mexico in the second quarter. 17-0 is that score. And that is a look at your Bucs scoreboard, brought to you by the Buccaneer Music Hall. It's your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates. Open from noon until 2 a.m. with live music every night and food trucks during the day during football season. Follow the Buck on Facebook and Instagram for an updated schedule, and we'll see you at the Buck. Now let's head back into the U.S. Cellular 5th Quarter Postgame Call-In Show. Here's your host, Clip Brock.
Da Buck. Braves win.
Buck. Are you trying to cut me off?
Forgot about that.
Jeez.
Braves win.
Braves win.
3-0 over the Brewers. Series tied 1 game apiece. Right now, the Dodgers have a 2-1 lead over the Giants.
Red Sox won last night, too. Sorry. I had to put that in there.
She got her hat. Her Boston Red Sox hat
I have to represent.
Everybody talk at the same time.
Sorry.
And the Dodgers lead the later on the Buccaneer music called Scoreboard.
Go Red Sox!
Hey, don't you wish you were doing a post-game show for the Braves instead of the Pirates?
I wish I was doing anything else in the world.
Oh, come on, Cliff.
Come on, guys. Come on, man. Where's Johnny?
Where is Johnny?
Is Johnny calling in?
Come on, man.
He might.
Hey, your Denver Broncos lost, baby.
You don't bring any pressure on 4th and 8. Come on, man.
Where's Joe and his 7 damn gaps? Where's that guy at?
Where's the Phil Collins guy?
Where is everybody? All right, we do have people up here. We got Terry, we got Kevin, we got Juan, and we have Chandler in Greenville next.
We got Chandler here.
Yes.
What's up?
Hey, first thing I want to talk about, man, is I don't know why we didn't get our 3 seconds back at the end of the game, make it 6 seconds left. That could have left time for a quick little out route.
Yeah.
Or just an incomplete pass. I thought that was bad. But, on a more positive note, I feel like the line was at 10 for us. We were 10-point underdogs, and I don't even think it should have been that going into the game. Just with all the analytics that have came out about it, I think it was going to be a lot closer, just like it was. We definitely made some mistakes, letting them drive down with 3:30 left in the fourth. That was bad, and I don't know if Holton's unsure of himself on running the ball, or they just don't want him doing that. I feel like that little pass out of the end zone when he could have easily ran for the first, I thought that was bad. But overall, I think we're still in it. I think we're 3-3, and I think we can get the 6 wins with the rest of the schedule. I think it's very doable.
All right. Well, Chandler, that your first point, if you get the 3 seconds back, I don't know where those seconds went. I do agree with that.
I don't either.
I don't know if it matters. I don't know if you have time to do anything there and call a timeout to get closer, but I don't know where those seconds went.
I don't either, because there was a timeout left on the field on the board for East Carolina, so they still had 1 timeout. There was 6 seconds. The ball I didn't think was placed in for play yet, and the referee had not backed out yet. So I don't understand why the play clock wound, because, and if you're UCF, if the play clock starts to wind, why in the world did they call a timeout?
Yeah,
it didn't. None of that made sense.
I've seen a couple people ask why not throw a Hail Mary. I don't think Taylors can throw it.
Yeah, because that was on the 40-yard line, on East Carolina's own 40-yard line. And East Carolina got credit for 3 turnovers in that game. The 3rd turnover was at the very end of the game with the you're trying to lateral it back. I think Omatosho put it on the turf at the end, which I don't think that really counts. I don't count that as a turnover. But
actually, I was wondering where the second fumble came from.
That's it. That's it. Yeah.
Speaking of ball at the 40, ECU had the ball at the UCF 39 and punted, and it went in the end zone for a touchback, which is my pet peeve, and I get it, but that is just here, take the ball.
I was thinking call a fake punt right there, especially with it being such a defensive game right there. Why not roll the dice?
Yeah, I just I get it, I understand it, but I absolutely hate it. It was like 4th and 7.
4th and 6 or 7, I think.
And you got the ball at the 39, and you basically just put it on the 20 for them.
You're in no man's land right there. It's just
Anyway, all right.
Lots of plays to pick out in that game.
Definitely. Let's go to Juan in Goldsboro. Hello, Juan.
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
So I called initially to respond to the guy that said that ECU fans should temper their expectations, essentially, and then added in the guy Kyle from LaGrange that seemingly is more concerned with getting guests on his podcast now. But the reality is, no one expected ECU's football team to come out and be world beaters. But when we are in the position to win a game and we turn into just managing a game instead of going for the freaking jugular. It is exhausting because that is exactly what Mike Houston has done over the course of his tenure. And I am tired, and I know a lot of fans are tired of that MO. So the reality is there was plenty of chances, whether it was Holton running for a first down instead of throwing it away, or whether it was the defense getting pressure in on the quarterback instead of, going into coverage and going soft. There was plenty of opportunities, and the reality is ECU fans as a whole have an expectation of winning when you have the opportunity to win, as opposed to beating freaking Alabama, because no one expects that. We're mostly reality based, most of us, and granted there are plenty that expect us to be world beaters. However, most of us do not expect that, and the fact that people are giving Mike Houston a pass because we didn't win a game, because we're not going to be world beaters and fans should temper their expectations, is exhausting. And that's exactly the reason that we will always be in the position we are in, because people don't have high expectations, and they don't have reality-based expectations, and they make excuses for losing when we should have won. And I hope you all have a wonderful night. Take care.
All right. Thank you, Juan in Goldsboro. 317-1250. Let's hear what Kevin in Burlington has to say. Hello, Kevin.
Hey, how are y'all?
All right.
First and foremost, I want to say congratulations to Shirley, and thank you once again for your forum. And I will always start my calls that way, because without your forum, none of us could vent. Secondly, Juan in Goldsboro is an idiot. Third, I'm going to start with things I'm not going to complain about. Then I'm going to complain about some things, and then I have a question. The things I'm not going to complain about is, I don't know if y'all watched ESPN today, but we were Reese Davis's pick to cover the spread on national television.
Yeah, we saw that.
And we did. And we should have won that ball game. I'm not going to sit and talk about the conservative play calling down. I'm not going to talk about any of that stuff. But we are learning how to compete. We lost to them 51-28 last year at home. So why on earth would anybody be down?
Because we lost the football game.
They should have won that game.
End. What are you talking about?
They should have won that game.
Secondly, that brings me to my next point. Yeah, I know the 4th and 8. That was crappy. Why no blitz? Have no idea. Because if we'd put pressure on him, he'd been throwing the ball erratically all day long. I am going to tell you, why did we not call a timeout on the 3rd and goal when we had one in our pocket?
Good question.
Yeah.
We had stopped them, and there was 50-something seconds left, and even the announcers, even including the Shrieking Banshee, I don't know where y'all watched it at, but the Shrieking UCF Homer Banshee that was on ESPN Plus, she's bound to be a graduate from there. They were showing Gus Malzahn has his own TV show on ESPN, and they were just pumping up UCF the entire game. And I'm like, well, God bless you. You got to have a job somewhere, but at some point, can't you be a little non-biased? I don't know. But even they were going, well, why didn't you call a timeout there to save time? Because either it was 4th and 1, so either they're going to go for it and score, or they're not. And then it's a turnover on downs, and then we got more time. And I haven't really got an answer to that question. And the answer to the previous caller's question about the 3 seconds was they said that the clock started they got a first down, and as soon as the whistle blows, the clock starts. And we didn't call a timeout until 3 seconds later.
Well, we didn't call a timeout there. UCF did, which was baffling as well. UCF called the timeout right there.
But we still had one.
Yeah, we called one after they did.
Right after they did, which was also a little baffling.
To call one, we could have, but if they had told the referee, hey, I want to call a timeout, then the 6 seconds should have come back, but they said that nobody called a timeout until 3 seconds went off the clock, and then at that point, UCF, which makes no sense.
Well, bottom line is there was a lot of bad clock management at the end of that game.
Kevin, we got to run. Anything else, man?
I'd just like to say one thing to Monica. I always love her takes, and I am not going to call in before I hear her takes because, to quote Bill Clinton, I'll raise my cigar to that.
Oh, God. All right, Kevin, you're the worst. 317-1250. Let's go to Terry in Wilmington. Hey, Terry.
Hey, y'all. I'm gonna tell you, I appreciate what y'all really do a heck of a job sitting there and having to listen to a lot of what y'all have to listen to without giving a response. But I don't know if anybody really understands what the word supporter means. You know, we've come a long way in 3 years. I don't know if people realize that, but you know, we've got out of our top 50 players, I think, you know, on the depth chart, we got 8 seniors. You know, we got a team that's 70% freshmen and sophomores. Now, everybody else, you know, because of the way things were last year and everybody getting an extra year, if you look at rosters, everybody's older than us. And we are building a program. And it's hard to build a program when you have to go in and clear out the wreckage from the previous years. And so, you know, here it is 3 years later, and look where we're at. Like the guy said earlier, Central Florida, who would, at the beginning of the season, who expected us to go down there and have a chance to beat them like we did today? Realistically, I don't think anybody did. But for some reason, people love to, I don't know where they get their coaching degree from, but we got a lot of future head coaches out there. And I put my coaching manual up when I retired. So I'm just going to support these guys. I'm going to support the coaches because I know what they're doing. Because meanwhile, while they're coaching and trying to do all this stuff, they also recruiting. Because, you know, now you have to start recruiting when kids are in the 9th and 10th grade. So, you know, I just want to say I support the program all the way around because I see improvement. And, you know, it's easy to criticize. In 2020 hindsight, you can't beat it. So, you know, just remember, go through a day on a 40-second time clock. See what kind of decisions you make. So, anyway, go Pirates. I think we're going to finish out with a good season, and I think next year and the year after is going to really be good. So, you guys have a good evening, and thanks for letting me call.
All right, there's
thanks,
Terry Gallagher, former Pirate player, and that's why he has so much pride, and that's why he has that perspective. He played on the field. He knows, you know, what it takes, but you know, I understand why people are upset tonight. I don't know how many people went in thinking we could win this game, but when you see it on the field happening in front of you and you have a 6-point lead in the fourth quarter, you expect to win that football game, and that's why people expected to win tonight, and that's why people are disappointed that ECU did not win.
And the fact that you know what East Carolina's offense is capable of doing. During the pregame show, we talked about all the weapons. You know, didn't see a whole lot of Calhoun tonight. 1 catch I think he had for 6 yards. I would have liked to have seen the tight ends a little bit more involved. Like we had seen in you know, games past. You know, I think, and this is not a knock at all, but I think a lot of people, I think the coaches were, I think the players were, I think everybody was waiting for that Keaton Mitchell home run that never occurred. But that's a home run hitter. It's like in baseball, home run hitters strike out a lot. Well, guys like that, you know, we saw it with Chris Johnson. Guys that can make big plays, explosive plays like that get bottled up a lot. And it only takes that one time. And I think, you know, everybody was kind of waiting to see that big home run play by Keaton Mitchell that just didn't come.
Yeah, kudos to UCF for not letting that happen.
Absolutely.
All right, guess what? Lines are locked and loaded. Poor Mike can't get in. Mike Ward's sending me screenshots of how many times he's called. 46 plus 14. He's called 60 times.
Wow.
And has not been able to get in. He gave me his number and said, call me if you get a second. So sorry, Mike, but lines have been locked and loaded. Laura, B-Pays, Chandler. How many Chandlers are there? And Brian and Raleigh are coming up on the U.S. Sailor 5th quarter call-in show. Quick Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard update. Texas A&M 31, Alabama 24 in the third quarter. Take a timeout, come back, have more for you on the 5th quarter after this.
Warren's Hot Dog Pizza. Homemade lemonade.
Hey, Pirate Nation, are you ready for some Warren's hot dogs? Warren's original Hot and Judy's mild sweet chili hot dogs have been the official hot dog of sports fans for over 30 years. Pick up a tailgate special this football season of 10 or more hot dogs for only $1.50 each. Warren's in Greenville across from Ron Ayers Motorsports and the new Chocowinity location next to the fire department. Warren's hot dogs. Want some? Get some. Go Pirates.
At West Park Motor Company, customer satisfaction is the #1 goal, while offering a wide range of cars, trucks, and SUVs at very competitive prices. West Park also offers financing, service, and is your local ARE camper shell dealer east of I-95. Outfit your truck with the best technology around with ARE camper shell at West Park Motor Company. West Park Motor Company with locations in Greenville and Washington, and proud courtesy car dealer for the Pirates for over a decade. Go Pirates!
Sawyer's Fun Park is now open in Greenville. This state-of-the-art 40,000 square foot facility features a 2-story LED interactive laser tag, a one-of-a-kind 2-story ninja course, a ropes course with a 180-degree zip line, and it's only one of 5 in the country that are indoors. Multiple climbing walls, a super cool arcade with 40-plus games, and a brand-new full-service cafe and bar for adults. Visit the brand-new Sawyer's Fun Park, now open, located right behind ARU on Corey Road, Greenville.
Do you have any real estate questions about buying or selling residential or commercial properties? Are you curious about this current real estate market? Do you need a property manager for all your rental houses? This is proud ECU alum Scott Harris with RE/MAX Preferred Realty and SD Harris Properties, and I would love to help answer every question you have and show you a real estate experience that will be memorable and enjoyable. Every step of the way, I'm here to make your dreams a stress-free reality. Call me today at 347-1857. That's 347-1857. Go Pirates.
Hey Pirate fans, your one-stop shop for all your tailgate essentials is Shimmer Boutique. Need some purple and gold to wear? Shimmer has a great selection of clothing for men, women, and children. Need some shoes? Shimmer has the best selection of Hey Dudes around. Need a cooler for tailgating? Shimmer has you covered with a huge selection of Yeti and outdoor accessories. Shimmer, just 1 minute from the stadium on Greenville Boulevard behind Starbucks and in Winterville and Jacksonville. Find us online at shimmerboutiqueonline.com. Go Pirates!
Ahoy there, mateys! It's Captain Jack Spare of R&R Tire Express, your local tire and wheel shop in Greenville, offering affordable, easy payment options for easy ownership, savvy? Our customers love our treasure of tires and wheels, easy payment options, and customer care package, too. To learn more about R&R, stop by 3920 US 264 or rnrtires.com.
If you are push mowing your yard using an inefficient lawn tractor or your current zero-turn spends more time in the shop than mowing your grass, it's time you look at a Hustler zero-turn lawnmower. Residential mowers from Hustler are built like tanks and drive like sports cars. All Hustler mowers have fabricated, welded steel decks. Don't settle on cheap units with flimsy stamped decks from big box stores. Come see Ron Ayers Motorsports. It will guide you to the right mower for your property and your budget. Find us at Ron Ayers Motorsports, Highway 11, north of the airport in Greenville.
Hey, Troy D here for my friends at Villa Verde. If you know me, you know I love being outside, but finding a good place to eat outside can sometimes be tough. Well, our pals at Villa Verde have fixed that. Not only does Villa Verde have awesome, unique, one-of-a-kind dishes here in Greenville, they also have a brand new outside dining area. And this outside area is sweet. It's covered, you're in the shade, and cooling fans are on. Enjoy the comfort and relaxation of dining outside with our friends at Villa Verde. Villa Verde on 10th Street, a platform for good.
This is Tim Doust, ECU Football Special Teams Coordinator, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
You're listening to the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter postgame call-in show. Here's Clip Brock.
All righty, 317-1250, the number on the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter call-in show. You can listen to this program traditionally on your radio dial, 92.7, 1041, 1250, 930. You can find it online, pr927fm.com. And we have a ton of folks locked in on Facebook Live and on YouTube who are having their own discussions there and calling into the program. All right, boy, the Gus Malzahn post-game UCF locker room, it looks like
Gus the bus.
It feels like
Gus
that
bus.
They know they got lucky to get out of there with a win. They're really celebrating this win, so God, that sucks.
How about that defense? Offense with the game on the line, delivered.
Sounds like a 85-year-old ball coach. All right, enough of that. I can't take much more. Laura, B. Pace, Chandler, you're on the way, and Brian is up now in Raleigh. Hey, Brian.
Hey, guys. First of all, no asking how you're doing. Let's all be better than that. Number two, I think people who are calling for firing the coaches and whatnot, I think that's just way overblown. This team is two breaths away from being 5-1, which I think everybody would agree would be overachieving. I mean, if we looked at the schedule in the summer and said, what of the first 6 games, right, we're going to have the biggest problems with Appalachian State, South Carolina, and Central Florida, right? And if we could somehow manage to win the games in between, beat Marshall, beat Tulane on the road, and come out of there 3-3, we're going to have a chance to go to a bowl game. South Florida's beatable, Temple's beatable, and it hurts, right? It hurts because we all saw what happened on the field, that if they had made better decisions or made different decisions, that we could be 5-1 right now, and that would just be magical, right? I think we all agree that that's overachieving. I think the thing to focus in on, right, is that the defense is better. They're giving up less humongous chunk plays for 50, 60-yard touchdowns, right? They're in these games. They're competitive. Has the offense been a bit of a disappointment this year? Yeah, I think we would all agree with that, right? That it hasn't been what we all thought it was going to be. At this point, you're 6 games in, and I think we got to realize that our offense this year is not going to be what we thought it was going to be. But the defense, I think, is certainly better. I think if you told a lot of people through the first 6 games we were 3-3 and we had a real chance to get 6 wins and go to a bowl game, they would have taken it. Now, did we get to 3-3 in the way we thought maybe we were going to get there? Maybe not, right? But the pain really comes with how it happened, right? And knowing that we really had a chance to overachieve and have a bit more successful season, and we let some opportunities get away. These guys have got to learn how to win, right? That's the toughest part about turning a losing program into a winner is learning how to stay aggressive and overcome that, overcome that challenge. Hopefully that they can continue to do that. But I think we're seeing progress. I'm not one to try to be apologetic for these guys, right? They let 2 wins slip away, right? And that's disappointing, right? And that's disappointing. There at this level, there's no moral victories. Right? You go out on the field because you're playing to win, right? You want to win these games. That's why you take the field. And these guys are hurting too. But people who are calling to fire these coaches, that they don't know what they're doing, I mean, they are a breath away from being 5-1. And I think we need to keep that in perspective. Things are headed in the right direction. here. So, hopefully they'll learn from this, take care of business through the rest of the season, and we can come out and we can have a bowl game, which we haven't been to in a while. That is still a real opportunity for this team, and I think we're putting people in this conference on notice that East Carolina is not a cupcake anymore, right? You're going to get a real game from these guys, and it's going to be a dogfight. Now, moral victory stinks, right? We want to see wins on the field, but it's a journey, not a destination. We're getting there. We're getting there. So I'm going to back these guys. I know it's tough. I'm hurting tonight too, but I look forward to hopefully a good run in Houston, and then some winnable games. Hopefully with Florida, South Florida, Temple. Memphis has been gettable. Navy's been gettable. So there's winnable games left here where they still have an opportunity. So let's support these guys. Let's give them our support and encourage them to represent the university with pride. So go Pirates, and we'll shake this one off and regroup for Monday. Thanks for what you do, guys.
Thanks,
Brian.
Brian going with the glass half full approach to this. Says we're a breath away from 5-1. The glass half empty folks like Casey and others on Facebook Live say we are a breath away from 1-5. So what we are right now is 3-3.
Yeah.
To his point, I would have taken that before the season started, but now that I've been able to watch the games,
right,
I don't like.
You can't go back in time. Yeah, you can't go back in time because you see the potential with 53 points put on the board against Tulane at home, and you can see what this offense is capable of doing with all the weapons. And then when you don't see it on a consistent basis, that's what makes it tough. So yeah, I mean, obviously everybody would have probably taken that at the beginning of the season, but that's just not how things play out.
317-1250. Chandler's up in Snow Hill next. Hey, Chandler.
Hey guys, thanks for the show. Thanks for the content. Always gets me through my week. Really, just want to say, we got a good wide receiver core, good running back core. Defense seems to be coming on. Question really has to be asked about the QB position. It lacks the forward pass. It really does. As much as I love Holton, hometown kid, wish he could get it going. But the forward pass is not happening. The first half seemed decent, but it failed in the second half. It just was not clicking. I'll take your comments off air. Go Pirates. Like I said, appreciate the show, and we'll see what happens. And hopefully a bowl game happens from here.
All right,
thanks, guys.
Chandler, I got to tell you, I mean, these quarterbacks tonight both had ugly performances from what you see around college football on any given Saturday. Holton Ahlers, 20 of 32, 219 yards, a touchdown, the interception late in the first half. And then Keene on the other side, 23 of 35, but only had 194 yards and an interception. So the passing was not there for either one of these teams tonight, and it was there for the taking for East Carolina's offense, and Holton a few throws he'd like back, especially the one to Omatosho there.
Yeah.
He was wide open.
He was.
Holton was throwing on the run and just plain missed him.
Yeah, and that was probably would have got you inside the 5-yard line easily, 3-yard line. If he hits him in stride, it's probably a touchdown. Yeah. So that one's a big miss, obviously. And I agree with one of the callers earlier on that said it looked like Holton is still he's kind of holding himself back when running, because one of the 4 third-down conversions they had, if you remember, was a long run by Holton Ahlers, and we all had said, man, what a great run that was. He had a spin move and kind of went, I think it was like 3rd and 12 or something like that he picked up. I just want to see more than that. It's kind of frustrating to see that it feels like something's holding him back.
Yeah.
Now, whether it's coaches, whether or not he doesn't want to disappoint, maybe it's over. I don't know what it is, but it's there and it's real.
Dade says the 2 best defenses in the league. Dade, I don't know if you've heard of a team called Cincinnati. You should check them out. They're pretty good.
They are good.
317-1250. Let's go to B. Pays in Raleigh. Hello, Pays.
What's up, fellas?
What's up?
Hey, first of all, great play by the defense tonight. The 4th down call was horrible. This just is what it is. I don't know what Blake was thinking. I heard a couple people compare the 2018 UCF team. You know how we did against them. So this was not the 2018 UCF team. Like, stop that. They went to the Fiesta Bowl. They lost one game that year to LSU in the Fiesta Bowl. So this is not the UCF team. I mean, this was a UCF team that was down 5 starters tonight, including their quarterback. You know, and I think the frustration comes just like with South Carolina. You know, South Carolina's horrible. I mean, they're not good. And you get a chance to get those teams when they're down a little bit, and you just can't take advantage of it. I mean, where was our tight end tonight? Where was Ryan Jones? Where was Calhoun? Like, where were those guys tonight? We can't do quick plays to those guys. Like, I don't get what DK is doing. I mean, I just don't. I don't understand it. And you know, and I'll say this then. I think the death of this team is going to be continued on the offensive side. The defense played, besides the 4th down thing, they played well enough to win this game tonight. But the offense is just horrible. I mean, they're just. I don't know. This is not concerned. I mean, listen, we used to give Skip Holtz hell about the conservative, him and Todd Fitch. I mean, hell for what they did, but this is below that. You know, this is below anything that Skip ever brought out. I mean, you know, at least Patrick Pinckney and James and Rob Cass, and you know, they could throw some forward passes. You know, we're just not there right now, and I don't know what to do. And I agree with what the folks said. You know, yeah, we're close to being 5-1, but we're real damn close to being 1-5 because we haven't beaten anybody. You know, Tulane they looked okay last night. Marshall is 3-3, had to go into overtime today to beat a terrible Old Dominion team. And we beat Charleston Southern, the FCS team. That's our 3 wins this year. So you got to win games like this tonight. And, you know, I don't know. I'll hang up and listen to y'all, but I just don't know. I don't know if Houston is going to fall on the sword for Donnie Kirkpatrick or for this offense, but you can't continue to do this. You know, when you get into thank God we don't play at SMU or, you know, God bless them, we play Cincinnati. But, you know, if we get into teams that can put some points on the board, we're in trouble quickly. So I'll hang up and listen. I appreciate it, fellas.
All right. Thank you, Pace in Raleigh. 317-1250.
Yeah, I don't think East Carolina did a good job tonight, obviously, of getting their playmakers out in space. We saw that in the Tulane game, getting guys out in space, and, you know, B-Pace pretty much hit it with the tight ends. You didn't see Shane Calhoun get as many touches. I think Jones had four catches for about 40 or 50 yards, something like that. But we weren't getting those guys out in space. And with all those playmakers, we had talked about that in the pregame show, getting those guys out in space, letting your playmakers make plays. We didn't see that tonight offensively.
And a lot of weeks we have been maybe overall faster than a lot of teams. This is one team you're not going to be faster than.
Very true.
Their defense deserves some of the credit for our offensive struggles, but we left a lot out there too. All right, Laura is up next in the Outer Banks. Hello, Laura.
Hi, how are you guys?
Good, how are you?
Okay, I've got a question I've been wanting to call in for a couple of years now and ask someone to please explain to me why I heard that it's because of the coaching staff tells our players to do this, but why do we always run up through the middle? It drives me crazy that we do that because our guys can't seem to handle that. It seems that, you know, like, no offense to our Pirates because I absolutely love them. But, like, today with Oklahoma, I was watching that game, and it seems that they have a stronger offensive line that can clear the way for our player to run up through the middle and make it through. However, with East Carolina, ever since I've been watching it, it is we get nowhere. We don't get very many yards with that, and I don't understand why we do that. If someone could please explain that to me. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Well, basic football is running from point A to point B in a straight line is the best way to go, period. But you hit it on the head. Offensive line means everything. If you can't open up holes, and that's the thing. We've seen it with Keaton Mitchell early in the season, actually all season. All he needs is to break that first line. All he does is need to break that initial line of scrimmage and get into the second level, and he's gone. Nobody's going to catch him. So you got to keep the defense honest with the run, but I do agree it's been tough for East Carolina to run between the tackles.
Well, we've done this year after year after year and play after play after play, and it's like you do it. If you do it, 2 times out there, you don't have many times to do it out, per game, and you keep doing it, and you got to do something different. And we do it game after game after game. It's ridiculous.
Well, yeah, that's why we saw during the rally era to mask if we had offensive line issues,
Right.
all those screens out to the outside, those quick screens. It's a way to get at the ball on the outside, get some blockers ahead, and a playmaker to get the ball up the field. And because we just don't have the big offensive line like the Oklahomas you mentioned earlier.
And if you remember when we were calling those plays, when Lincoln Riley was calling those, how many times on the post-game call-in show did people say, I'm tired of seeing bubble screen to the right, bubble screen to the left,
all the time,
run, and then punt. So it kind of is what it is. But I do agree, tonight, seeing a lot of run in between the tackles, A-gap runs on first and second down, getting nowhere, and then you're stuck in third and long situations, which obviously this year East Carolina has not been able to convert third and long, well, third and any, really. Third down situations have been terrible this year, and especially in third and long situations, so it's very frustrating at times.
Well, yeah, but we have done some good things with third. Maybe I'm wrong on saying that, but anyway, speaking of Lincoln Riley, maybe we need to go back and look at his playbook and, go back through the years, even past Lincoln Riley, and look at the tapes and look at the books or whatever and go from there and put it all together,
All right. Well, thank you, Laura, for the call.
They've had some good coaches, and, it's just, you need to look at what he's doing now. He's good, and it's a shame that he had to go away, but that's not what this is about. It's about us doing better, and we have done better this year, and I do appreciate you guys being there because you give us, the fans, a place to vent.
All right, you got it.
But all right, thank you.
All right, thanks. Maybe he left a playbook when he split town. He left one behind.
Well, is it the same? Was it a blue or a green playbook in the Water Boy that was folded up? And do you remember the playbook?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe it was that.
I can pick that up. Yeah. All right, 317-1250. Keith, Charlie, James, hang on. We're coming to you next. And we have one open line. Nope, never mind. Shirley just answered the phone. Sorry, Mike Ward. You'll never get in.
Oh, my goodness.
317-1250. Hey, he's also a Mets fan, Weave. He's used to disappointment.
Obviously.
We'll take your calls when we return.
Not many Mets fans left.
We're back with you after this.
Hello, Pirate Nation. This is Jamie Cuccinella, inviting you and your family to come by Cuccinella's Pizzeria and Italian Ice. Cuccinella's has been serving our special family recipe New York-style pizza since 1932. We think you'll taste the difference in just one bite. When you come in for a pie, don't forget to try our house-made Italian ice or gelato. We make small batches every day from scratch with all fresh ingredients. Cuccinella's on Old Tar Road across from Plant and Sea, Cuccinellas.com, and on Facebook and Instagram.
Here with Mike Mullis from Fixed NC. And Mike, you were telling me the other day, people ask you all the time, I didn't know you did that. What does that mean?
Anything that involves property damage repair, call us first. If it's your crawl space, you've got interior humidity issues, a water loss, your ice maker line breaks, obviously fire and smoke, everybody knows we do those. But anything that involves interior or exterior property damage, we're your repair experts.
Mike, how can everybody get in touch with you?
252-999-0001 or fixednc.com.
Hey Pirate Nation, be sure you have the best comfortable shoes this tailgate season with a stop at Fleet Feet. This is ECU alum Chris Lunyon, owner of Fleet Feet of Greenville, and we provide solutions through one-on-one service to runners, walkers, and everyone in between. Fleet Feet has the tools and technology to get you on the right shoe, including a 3D foot scanner that measures arch height, width, and more. Come visit us on Greenville Boulevard in the public shopping center right near the stadium. Be sure to run with us on Facebook and Instagram. Fleet Feet, we run for you. Go Pirates!
Do you suffer from allergies, asthma, or any other sinus problems? Perhaps professional cleaning of your air ducts could help. Family owned and operated in Winterville for over 22 years, Carolina Quality Air was the first certified duct cleaning company in Eastern North Carolina. From residential to commercial, they can handle any size job, big or small, including our studios here at Pirate Radio. Carolina Quality Air uses a sanitizer that kills mold in your ductwork and over 100 viruses, including the coronavirus. Visit them online at carolinaqualityair.com.
Every team knows that the two-point play can be a winning move. That's why I'm here. State Farm agent Timothy Sawyer and my team are here to help you go for two by combining your home and auto insurance. It's a great call that saves you time and money. So go for the win and score some savings by combining your home and auto. It's just another way we're here to help life go right. Call me, Timothy Sawyer, at 493-0002 today.
Hey, this is Troy D., proud ECU grad from the class of 94. And if you know me, you know I love the 90s here at ECU. It was some of our glory days, including bowl games, the Peach Bowl, and even a March Madness appearance. Relive those days with my friends from Tailgate Classics. Tailgate Classics is a cool retro store with all types of merchandise, including the 90s ECU vintage tees and hats. Check out Tailgate Classics in person, 304 Evans Street, or online at shoptailgateclassics.com. Tailgate Classics, bringing back the throwbacks. The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of Pirates and ENC. Open 7 days a week from noon until 2 a.m., the Buck features live music every night of the week. Tuesday is karaoke with DJ Captain Morgan. Wednesday is acoustic night. Thursday is the DJ dance party. And Friday and Saturday nights, it's live bands. Check out the Buck's Facebook or Instagram page for more information. The Buccaneer Music Hall. We'll see you at the Buck.
It's bow time. You've probably heard folks say, don't call it a comeback. But at Bojangles, we don't like to beat around the bush. So when the sizzling, savory pork chop griller's back in all its tender, marinated chili lime glory, and you can get a pork chop griller combo for just $4.59, go ahead, call it a comeback. Get a legendary pork chop griller combo for just $4.59, only at Bojangles. It's bow time.
Pirate Radio.
We'll strap it on with anybody, anywhere. It doesn't matter. I know this. I want to win or lose with the group that we have in our locker room.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter postgame call-in show. Here's Clip Brock.
Alrighty, back with you on the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter call-in show. Thank you to Tiebreakers for the awesome postgame food. Hooked us up with some wings and things, and some cheesesteaks as well. You can head to Tiebreakers, get curbside pickup, order online, tiebreakersnc.com, or head over there on Sunday and watch all the NFL action. Panthers taking on the Eagles. Our Washington football team will be taking on the Saints at beautiful FedEx Field. All the other action going on, all the games will be there for you at Tiebreakers. All right, we have lines locked and loaded on the fixed NC live line. You can call Mully if you got damage, 999-0001.
Just call us.
Call him first.
Just call us first.
Our number is 252-317-1250. Tybo, James, Charlie, you are on deck, and Keith is in Orlando. Hey Keith.
Hey guys, just thought I'd call in tonight to give you a point of view from inside the stands. My wife and I just got home from the game. Living in UCF country now for a couple of years, and if I have to hear charge on one more time, it's not going to be great. But when we walked in, multiple people were just like, hey, where's East Carolina from again? And I'm thinking to myself, how long have we been in the same conference? And then in their hype video, of course, they spelled our name Eastern Carolina, but just the same level of disrespect from the beginning. But I think they thought they were just going to walk over us, even with starters down, right? I think they were just going to drop 60 on us and call it a game. But even though we didn't win in the end, I think our players played very hard, and I thought they played well. up until the end, obviously. But what I wanted to talk about early, somebody had mentioned that maybe a technical problem and not being able to hear the crowd on TV. Again, we were right in the middle of UCF fans, and that crowd was out of it. They had completely kind of checked out. They knew they were going to lose right until that 4th and 8 call. They were nasty. They were rude. They were throwing stuff at us. Like, they were not thrilled that we had made it a game. But again, I love my Pirates. My wife and I are in, again, Central Florida the whole time. We'll always support them, go to the games when we can. We're lucky enough to maybe go to Tampa one year or go to UCF the next. So, again, I'll take your comments off the call, but again.
All right.
I'm sorry. Sorry. Yeah, I'm kind of rambling. I thought my wife went through that, so I'm sorry. Again, we thought it was going to be a great game. I came in with wonderful hopes. It didn't work out, but hopefully they get a good rest week, and then we come back to play hard against Houston. I'll take your comments off the air. Thanks, guys.
All right, thanks for the call from Ground Zero there in Orlando. And I will say the crowd looked good on TV. Pirates, with their play and really UCF struggles, might have taken the crowd out of that game. They finally got loud there at the end, when they scored, and ECU got the ball back with about, 20 seconds left?
20 seconds left to play with a timeout, yeah.
But yeah, it was definitely an audio issue on ESPN Plus. Because we couldn't hear hardly anything from the crowd, even on third downs and things like that. But kudos to the UCF fans for showing up. They hadn't won a game or played a home game since September 11th, Billy. That's almost a month.
Yeah.
And the team came back to Orlando, and they showed up tonight. So
yeah, it's a good place to play. Yeah, I don't, UCF. I mean, they've been very good. I don't know. It's just weird to me that anybody calls East Carolina Eastern Carolina anymore either. That's just, I don't know. That just baffles me. If you're a football fan, how do you do that? I don't understand that. Especially if it's going to be in their hype video. That's crazy to me.
All right, 317-1250. Charlie's up in Pittsburgh. Hey, Charlie.
Hey, Clip. Hey, Billy.
Hey, how you doing?
Taking my call, as always. I've been better. How are you guys doing?
Well, we've been better, too. About the same.
Well, I want to start off my call with a quick shout-out from my girlfriend, Anna, in Pittsburgh, to future East Carolina Hall of Famer Shirley Rhodes on her excellent work, as always. If anything's right in the world, hopefully she will make it into the East Carolina.
Well, she went to Barton, so is she like an honorary? Do we give her an honorary degree and put her in? Charlie, how's that work?
You guys are closer to it than I am. I'm just a fan.
All right, we'll put her in.
He just makes the suggestions. We got to make it happen.
Well, I'll make a quick comment as well, since we're talking about the ESPN Plus stream. I don't know if anybody else was lucky enough to be watching from the Triangle area, but it seemed like at least once per commercial break, sometimes twice in a row, we got treated to this great Dave Doran Wolfpack football Coca-Cola commercial.
I hear a lot of people talking about that. I don't know if I saw it.
We didn't get that here. So maybe that's just a different feed, or just it's regional, or I don't know how that works, but I don't remember seeing that.
But gosh knows, we had to see Dave Doran too many times during that football game. So that was a special kind of torture, as opposed to and in addition to the loss. But it was a frustrating game. I mean, I think, like other callers have said, I think we were the better team. I think we deserved to win. But in a close football game, that's what happens sometimes. Sometimes the ball bounces the other way, and and the thing about a close game like that is everybody can pick a different thing and say, if this were different, the game would have been different, and they can all be right. And, one thing I'll say, I think it is very feasible that we could have ended the first quarter 14-3 if it weren't for the little things, ball control and penalties. I'm not trying to say that anything else mentioned is less valid, but, you can pick out a lot of things in a tough ball game and say that was the thing that did it. But, the team didn't get embarrassed. We went out there and fought hard, and there's still a lot of promise for this team. I still think we can make a bowl game. And, I'm glad we've got an off week next week to prepare for a beatable Houston team. It won't be an easy game, of course, but I don't think they're anything that we couldn't get on top of if we played like we can. So I hope people will stick behind the team and go Pirates, and y'all have a good night.
All right, thank you, Charlie in Pittsburgh. I tell you what, there was a lot of those plays you could recap tonight and say the game would have been different. I still, and I know you do too, I think the biggest one is going so soft on the
4th and 8
play. And not coming after the QB.
Yeah, and as far as the penalties, East Carolina was okay with them in the penalty department. They only had 4 penalties for 20 yards. On the flip side, it was 8 penalties for 80 yards for UCF. So I think the penalties actually hurt UCF much more than they did East Carolina.
They had those back-to-back offsides.
And that's the thing. That's 2 of the 4 penalties that East Carolina had all night, but that directly resulted in 3 points. I say that because it was a 3rd and 9 situation. You don't know that the defense would have held them right there. You suspect that they may have, and UCF would have had to punt. But as a result, we never got to see if that would come to fruition because they had 2 offside penalties and it was automatic first down. They march a little bit down the field and kick a field goal. So,
all right, let's go next to James in Winston-Salem. Hey, James.
Hey, James.
James.
Wake up.
James. Oh, here we go. He's got his radio. All right, he is gone. Hall of Famer Shirley Rhodes sending enough of James. 317-1250. Let's go to Tabo in Tampa, Florida. Hello, Tabo.
Hey guys, how are you?
Good.
Hey, we were at the game today, so we were, like you said, we were at ground zero for all the action. And I just want to comment, not so much on the game. I mean, obviously we got to find ways to get 6 points, 7 points instead of field goals in crucial situations. But just the overall atmosphere at the game played just a tremendous impact. And I think that we have to, East Carolina, for their home field, really has to look at what Central Florida is doing in the game day atmosphere once the game starts. And really, like the music they're playing, the way they got their fans engaged and just kept them the momentum throughout the entire game was just a huge game changer when the game was on the line. And it has nothing to do with the East Carolina fans for home games. But, I mean, you take a look at what UCF's doing, Penn State, Clemson, and I know they're on a different level and have more money to spend, but just the overall atmosphere with the music that they're playing, the way that they dropped the bass, and the way the stadium was just rocking. And I really think we'd have the opportunity to do that there. I know John Gilbert was at the game. He was standing on the sidelines, and hopefully someone in the athletic department was really just taking notes of what was going on and things to be able to engage the fans and not so much break tradition of things that we do in Greenville, but just really just pump in the energy a little bit more than what we're doing right now. That's all I have to really say.
All right. Well, thanks, Tybo. And I think a lot has to be a lot of the credit for that atmosphere at the Bounce House goes to the students there because the students are getting involved. And like you had mentioned, they cater to the students with the music and the way they kind of run the stadium there. They cater to that age group, and if you look at UCF's enrollment, they have a huge student body, and I think that's a huge difference there in the Bounce House than a lot of other places because their students show up in droves and they really get into the game.
All right, thank you for the call there. So he liked the atmosphere there, wants to see some of that implemented at Dottie Ficklin Stadium. When we return, our next home game will be a Thursday nighter.
Yeah, it's going to be blackout.
All right, Bobby, Kevin, Larry, hang on. We are still taking your calls late into the night. Alabama is opting for a field goal, and they will get the field goal, and now they still trail Texas A&M 31-30 with 8:48 left to go in the ball game. Also, Michigan and Nebraska coming down to the wire here. They are tied. I might be behind on this one. But it looks like they're tied with 1:30 left to go. So we'll update you on everything going on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard. All right, Dave, Larry, Kevin, and Bobby, hang on. We will be back with you with more on the U.S. Cellular 5th Quarter Call-In Show after this.
Well, the secret is out. CD's Grill has the best breakfast in Greenville. Start your day with a made-to-order breakfast Monday through Saturday at CD's Grill. Plus, you can enjoy lunch Monday through Friday. And their lunch specials are always a huge hit. Monday, it's barbecue chicken. Tuesday, pork tenderloin and gravy. Wednesday, chicken and pastry. Thursday, barbecue pork chops. And Friday, it's spaghetti. CD's Grill on Fire Tower Road in Winterville near Evans Street. Stop by CD's Grill for the best country cooking around.
Have you been waiting to try CBD? ENS Hemp on Fire Tower Road in Greenville is the area leader in CBD. We want to educate you on how our products work with your endocannabinoid system. These products are all natural and non-addictive. ENS offers a variety of products to meet your needs. Tinctures, edibles, topicals, and even smokable items. Customer feedback indicates relief from stress, anxiety, fatigue, pain, and PTSD, just to name a few. ENS Hemp is located on Fire Tower Road. Also, check us out on our Instagram and Facebook pages.
Although innovative new resources such as digital media and social networks have grown in popularity, smart marketers recognize that printing is a mainstay.
We live in an age of computer hacking, scams, and fly-by-night businesses, so it's reassuring to consumers when they receive printed marketing pieces.
It exemplifies business confidence and conveys a high level of commitment.
It also fosters trust, which leads to engagement and ultimately brand loyalty.
When you're ready to grow your business, come to PIP, where business goes to grow.
Hi, I'm Annalie Newhoff.
And I'm Rob Campbell.
And we are with CopyPro. We have been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for almost 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology.
Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total customer satisfaction is our #1 priority.
We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net.
CopyPro, we are the professional office systems people.
This is Martin Truex Jr., and as a NASCAR Cup Series champion, I love one-stop shopping. When I need fresh tires or fuel during a race, my pit crew takes care of everything. Off the track, I have an Auto Owners independent agent. They handle all my insurance in one place: car, home, life, and business. Get your own pit crew and find a local agency with Auto Owners Insurance.
This is Jeff Gibson with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
UBE and PirateWear.com is excited to offer Pirate Nation the largest selection of new ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young Pirates in to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking uptown in Greenville. Visit them at PirateWear.com. Go Pirates!
At Union Bank, we understand you live life on the go. That's why our banking options are designed to serve you, wherever you are. If you want to meet us in person at one of our local branches, complete banking tasks on the go from the mobile app, or bank from your office with convenient remote deposit and cash management services, we're everywhere you need us to be. Whether you're simply managing a busy schedule or an entire business, we're right there with you with personalized service and helpful tools. Call or visit us online at unionbanknc.com. Union Bank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Tommy's Express Car Wash is the car wash Greenville is talking about. At the corner of Red Banks Road and Greenville Boulevard, this state-of-the-art wash will keep your car looking great. And now Tommy's has just launched its new 2.0 Tommy's Express app. And anyone who downloads the app now will receive 30 free days of washing with their top-of-the-line wash, the Works Wash. Download the Tommy's Express app now by going to your app store or visit them on location, open 7 days a week at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road.
Christie's Europub is the perfect place to relax, grab a bite, and enjoy a drink this fall. Located in the heart of Greenville and just a few blocks from ECU's campus, Christie's offers lunch, dinner, and late night with live music every Sunday. Come and have brunch Monday through Friday from 11 to 3 or Saturday and Sunday from 11 to 4. Scratch cooking takes time, so relax and enjoy a pint at Christie's Europub today. For the latest information, check them out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram or visit them online at christieseuropub.com.
This is Xavier Smith, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
You're listening to the U.S. Cellular 5th Quarter Postgame Call-In Show. Here's Clip Brock.
Sorry. We're back with you. Watching some crazy extreme bicyclers.
Yeah, and Michigan, Nebraska, and Alabama and Texas A&M. We got it all here.
All right, let's update you real quick. Alabama down by 1, but they just got the ball back. 7:23 left to go in the game. Texas A&M with a 1-point lead on CBS. Nebraska just threw an incomplete pass, but we're going to have a taunting call here on Michigan. and it was after the play. Does that give them a first down, or will it be Michigan ball?
Michigan's ball, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That was a dumb taunting penalty, but it will not come back to haunt them, as they should be able to get away with the victory.
And that might have been a penalty in the NFL, hitting the quarterback low.
So there's some updates on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by the Buck. Chandler, you look ready to go.
Duh, Buck, and you're darn right.
Duh, Buck, da, Buck, da, Buck, da, Buck, da, Buck.
I don't know if you updated it, but Notre Dame escaped.
I saw that Virginia Tech was up by 8.
They were up by
with
8.
like 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah, and then they scored, went for 2, tied it, and they were able to get the ball back and drive down and kick the field goal late and escape Blacksburg with a victory.
All right, well, let's head back to the Fixed NC Live line. Dave, Larry, Kevin, hang on. Let's go to Bobby in Florida. Hey, Bobby.
Hey, guys, good evening. I've waited till mid-season to call in. I can't believe the preceding caller. I don't want to call out anybody normally, but he's talking not about our football team. Was he a plant for UCF to promote their environment? That is one of the most artificial environments in all of college football. I've been there multiple times. It's just not real. And tonight, what were there? Honestly, probably 35,000 people in that stadium. I mean, it wasn't sold out. I mean, I'd be embarrassed as a Pirate to call in here and promote the UCF environment and what we need to do in our stadium. That is a complete crock. Dowdy Ficklin is the best environment in this conference. Now, we've stunk for 5 years, but it's still the best. When things are going good, it's the best environment in this freaking conference, bar none. UCF is a fraud when it comes to that. Now, on to more important things. I am so impressed by this team that we are competing like we have not done for 5 or 6 years. UCF has more talent and more depth than our team. But you know what? We may not have won this game tonight, but they didn't push us around like they've been doing since 2016. We stood up as a team, and I give that team, our guys, all the credit. They could have gone in there and lost 41-10, like we normally would have a few years ago. But they stood up, they fought, and they darn sure would have won the game. As far as the coordinators, a lot of people call in here. We talk about Blake Harrell and what happened on 4th down. Travesty, no doubt about it. We talk about our offensive coordinator, Donnie Kirkpatrick. I can't figure the guy out. He's like an enigma. Can Holton run? Can he not run? Who knows? I mean, that was one of the biggest plays of the game. I think it was second quarter. It's been talked about here multiple times. He's got nothing but pasture in front of him. Might have scored a touchdown. He tries some crazy pass to CJ in the back of the end zone, who, by the way, needs to be worked in the offense, Donnie, if you're listening. But anyway, the buck stops with Mike Houston, not the coordinators, especially on that fourth down call late in the game. I like where we're headed. We should have won this game tonight, but we didn't. But I will promise you this team will rebound, and Houston's going to get it in 2 weeks. So mark my words, Houston in 2 weeks going down, and a year from now, UCF's going to roll into Dowdy Ficklin, and we're going to roll them like they rolled us for 5 years. I'm out. Great show.
All right, there is Bobby in Florida.
Making predictions.
You heard it here first. East Carolina taking down the Cougs. All right, 317-1250. Let's go to Kevin in Grimesland next. Hello, Kevin.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
What's up?
So, yeah, man, I mean, it was a hard night, but I still believe.
There you go.
No.
I believe, too.
We got one believer out there.
I'm a believer. Hey, I didn't have to sing tonight. That's the good thing about not winning.
True, yeah.
Kenny told me I had to sing after the game if East Carolina went to UCF and won. So I'm not gonna sing. That's good news.
I mean, one thing, with the last caller, talking about, artificial, whatever, atmosphere. I mean, one of the issues I see is, after halftime and then third quarter, I mean, our fans are leaving the stands like it's nobody's business. And every time they show clips of UCF, in the fourth quarter, I mean, that stadium is packed. It's still rocking. Our guys, I mean, our fans, we got to stay in the stands all 4 quarters, support these guys. Stop leaving to go back out and tailgate some more. All right? Stay out there, support your guys. I don't understand all the fire behind, some people talking about, I think Houston should be fired. I mean, that's crazy talk. Now, for the OC, something's got to change. I mean, it looks like his playbook can fit on the Post-it notes. This is the same plays over and over. We just got to work on our offense. But that's all I got to say, guys.
Kevin, thanks for the call, man. Appreciate you being up late with us tonight on the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter call-in show.
Touchdown, Alabama.
Billy, it's almost impossible to stop Alabama. It's definitely impossible when you don't cover the wide receiver outside.
Yeah,
because nobody was guarding him.
Yeah, you got to put a man on him. You know, kudos on the drive before this to Texas A&M because Alabama had it 1st and goal on Texas A&M, and they held them to a field goal. But then Alabama gets the ball back, marches right down the field, and they're going to take the lead here.
So they're going to be up by 5.
Well, it was 31-30 before there. So right now it's 36-31.
And they'll
pending the extra point.
See if they go extra point or they go for 2 here.
Yeah.
All right. So there's an update on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard. Michigan, by the way, winners over Nebraska.
Going for 2.
And the Tide is going for 2. All right. Larry is up in Texas. Hey, Larry.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Doing good, man.
All right. Well, here's the deal. So Bobby talks about the bounce house not being that big and bouncy, but I'll tell you what, they got 48,000 capacity. We got 50,000 capacity, and their 35,000 capacity they had tonight is a lot bigger than the 35,000 capacity that we talk about when we've had people in our stadium. So they got it done when they needed to get done, and it was very difficult for them to lose 3 in a row, and they did not, and it was very difficult for us to win 4 in a row. But I'm going to tell you something right now. We got to make tough decisions when it comes down to who we are playing when it comes to college football. And I mean, no disrespect. I love East Carolina University through and through. I'm a Pirate to the day I die. But when you get guys on the radio that are homers to this university, whose kids play at the university, there's got to be a bias. And y'all know it. We got beat by a freshman quarterback who he weighs less, shorter, and he got it done. And we got a 4-star athlete. Can any of y'all name me a 4-star athlete that we have on this team that we've recruited other than Mason Garcia?
Well, what point are you trying to make, that we're the ones playing Holt Nailers every week? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying that we've got to look to the future in the transfer portal.
What's that got to do with us, though? We don't make the calls on that.
No, we don't. But, I mean, if you get people calling in and complaining and just, venting, that's what I'm doing right now, right?
Yeah.
Don't get upset. Don't get upset when we got,
I'm trying to understand your point. I don't have anything to do with Holt Nailers starting. And I don't...
You don't, but there's the politics of local Greenville, and you get folks that come in that, air on the show whose kids play for the team, and I love Holton, but I mean, at some point in time, we just got to figure out what's the future. Shane Carden came in when we were downtrodden in 2011, 3rd game of the year against South Carolina, played terrible, and ended up being Shane Carden, who is a legend at ECU. And if we squander potential because of hometown politics and local love you-ism, it's going to hurt us. It's going to hurt us. And the transfer portal is serious.
Yeah, I hear you. I mean, I think the best players should play. We just said earlier in the year we thought we should see Mason Garcia more than we have. But I still don't believe that Mike Houston... I mean, Mike Houston has his family to think about, his future to think about. I don't think he cares who the PA announcer for ECU is. I can't believe that.
I agree and disagree, and I mean,
well, that's interesting
because that the same thing is, when you're the head coach at ECU and you make decisions. I mean, we ran out Ruffin McNeil because of vocal people. Am I wrong?
Well, people with money, yeah. I think you think Morgan...
But that's at every college football team in the country.
You think Morgan Ehlers has more clout and more money than he actually does.
Or more, yeah.
And you guys' defense is a pure example of that. But my point is we ran out a good head coach because we thought our money was bigger than our pocket was. Our mouth was bigger than our pocket was. And the point is we have never had a 4-star recruit like we have in Mason Garcia. And if we don't look to the future, we risk losing the future of ECU. I love Holton. I think he's a great quarterback. But when you make decisions like when you have a wide open pylon and you could run 10 yards and you lose pounds to get faster and you don't run and you throw the ball that could have been the difference in a game, I mean, that's tough. That's tough to swallow. And then when you look at like little decisions that are just, my God, like how do you do this? How do you do this? And he's not a bad quarterback, but my point is we have to look to the future. We have to think about the future. We don't have to look at Greenville anymore. We have to look to who is going to take us, and we have a 4-star recruit. We've never had a 4-star recruit, and we got one, and we're going to risk losing it if we don't start getting smart.
All right. Well, you know what? Let me just say something about the 4-star recruit thing. 4 stars means nothing. Mason Garcia has not done anything yet at East Carolina, and until he does something on the field, those 4 stars mean nothing. So just throwing it out there to put a guy on the field just because he's got 4 stars.
We haven't seen him
we haven't seen those 4 stars yet.
And Clip, I totally agree. That's the thing. We 4 stars don't mean nothing.
Well, that was Billy.
We make our money. We make our money out of doing more with less, right? We've always have.
Yeah.
Chip on our shoulder. That's what we do. But when you get a 4-star one time, and you don't give a chance or you hinder that opportunity,
I hear you.
You're going to be left with what could have been.
Yeah, I hear you. I'm with you. I mean, that's a coach thing. I mean, to point the finger at like a pirate radio host is kind of weird.
Hey, but Mason Garcia's dad don't get to come on pirate radio.
He could if he wanted to. Hey, look, we would.
I hear you, man. I hear you. Okay.
I'm just saying. There's no shade. I'm just being honest. I love Pirates through and through. I love Holton. Morgan is a great dang announcer.
I understand you're frustrated with the play. We've talked about the Palaca plays tonight. We get it, man. I understand. I got you.
But when do we move on, and when do we go?
When the coaches decide it, Larry? I can't make that decision. Neither can you. What do you not understand about that?
There's local politics, bud.
God, what do we do? Go out and vote?
You know it. I do too. You do it. I know it.
You know what?
But you can't put somebody on air, and you can't say that we don't support you 100% and your son 100% if you don't want to play the other guy. You can't do it. And Mike Houston is handcuffed.
No, Mike Houston's not.
Mike Houston don't give a damn about pirate radio. He's not.
He doesn't care about.
But if Mike Houston was to play Mason Garcia next week, he said Mason Garcia is my starting quarterback next week. What would local Greenville radio? What would pirate radio? What would local folks do? They would lose their mind.
No, I don't agree with that.
No, you don't?
No, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. If Mike Houston was to make the decision right now after tonight's game and said, you know what, next game, Mason Garcia is going to be our starting quarterback, then we would see what would happen. I mean, that's just the bottom line. I don't see where the uproar would be. I
mean, we get a lot of calls and comments, Larry, every game about benching Holton Ahlers.
We have people saying
you're not the only person that wants to see different quarterback play.
But I'm just saying, would y'all have Morgan on every week if it wasn't?
Morgan hosts the high school huddle, and he joins me to talk football. And Morgan would do his high school show. If he would like to come on as a guest on my show, he can. If he chose not to, he doesn't.
A&M.
Huh?
That was a great touch in by A&M and the quarterback, sir.
Well, we got to go, Larry. We got more calls, but...
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
I know you're just saying. You said it.
Go Pirates.
All right.
We got to look to the future.
All right.
Y'all take care.
Thanks, Larry.
All right. Coming up, Mason Garcia's dad show on Pirate Radio. We got to give every quarterback's dad a show. All right. Dave is in Winston-Salem. Hey, Dave.
Yeah, hey, guys. I'm driving back from the game. I was in Orlando, and, wow, I tell you what, first of all, it was a great game, and I thought we controlled the game pretty much. We ran up and down the field, and, we had the first quarter fumble, and then in the second quarter kind of wilted. I think one drive, Ahlers got sacked like 3 times in a row, but, we kept just hanging in there and then got up, and near the end of the game, after they kicked that field goal, and I was saying, wow, we dodged a bullet, and all we had to do was get a first down. It was 5 minutes and 1 second, and we got the ball back, and all we had to do was get a first, and we had done that so effectively the whole game, and I was shocked that we could just get a few first downs and go in with that 16-10 win. It's funny, I just listened to the last guy, and I've listened to several, and, it's funny, some of these dead horses we got to just stop beating. I was at homecoming. I was down here this week cheering them on. I was in the student section with my wife, and, man, I'm going to tell you what, they were some fired up kids, and, you have to start talking about the people that are not showing up in Greenville. They should start showing up. I came down here because I love the program, and also got excited after I went to the South Carolina game, watched Marshall on TV, and then went to homecoming. Saw a bunch of old friends, and I just felt that electricity again at homecoming. So I came down here and watched a great football game. So, we've got weapons. Man, I tell you what, Raji ran the ball. And that fourth quarter, I was like, just put Raji in and keep, letting him kick out left like he did all the way down the field at one time. So, what do you guys think? What were your reflections on the game? Lost, but we got to keep going,
All right. Thank you, Dave. We're about 3 hours or whatever into this thing. Our reflections, tough loss. And that tin can was killing my ears. But thank you for the call, and thanks for tuning in. Missed opportunities. The missed opportunities and playing too soft on 4th and 8.
Yeah.
That was the
that's the bottom line
of the game.
And playmakers, just not getting your playmakers involved in the game.
And local politics cost us this game as well, according to Larry. Michael, Owen, Bryce, hang on. We'll get to your calls. We are still rolling on. By the way, hey, don't spoil the touchdowns either, Larry. Come on, man. We were behind because we're streaming in here. Texas A&M scores a touchdown. It is 38-all with 3 minutes left. Alabama gets the ball. This is some drama unfolding on CBS. All right, we'll take a timeout, come back, and have more for you on the U.S. Cellular 5th Quarter Call-In Show after this.
Pirate Nation, the newest sports bar is Quarters Bar and Grill, offering gourmet burgers, hot dogs, and wings with unique flavors Greenville has never seen. Pirates like to drink too. Quarters Bar and Grill offers a selection of 10 beers on tap and over 50 different craft beers. Come check us out at Quarters Bar and Grill, open Wednesday to Sunday, 11 to 11, located at the shopping center next to Krispy Kreme. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram and be on the lookout for Quarters Cash hidden around downtown Greenville. Quarters Bar and Grill, the plunder never tasted so good.
I'm on site at the Gavigan Agency, and you guys have been taking care of my home and auto insurance for years, but I've been noticing that's not all you do.
First and foremost, Brian, thank you for trusting us to help you and your family with your insurance needs. And you're exactly right. We offer a full host of insurance products to help protect our customers' personal and business insurance needs. Let me introduce you to Nathan Brannon, our commercial insurance specialist, and he can tell you about some of the other products we offer.
Great to talk with you, Brian. As John mentioned, I specialize in offering general liability, commercial property, business auto, and workers' compensation insurance to independent contractors, small business owners, and larger commercial customers throughout eastern North Carolina. As a graduate of East Carolina University, I am passionate about taking care of my fellow pirates.
Wow, sounds like the Gavigan Agency can provide you with just about any coverage a business owner might need. So give the Gavigan Agency a call today for any of your personal or business insurance needs and let them show you the benefits of doing business with someone who cares.
There's no better time to drive away with a quality pre-owned car, truck, or SUV from Greenville Auto World. Greenville Auto World is your authorized rough country dealer. We specialize in lift and leveling kits along with custom wheel packages. Whether you're looking for ground clearance or enhancing the appearance of your vehicle, trust our team for your off-road experience. Greenville Auto World, 3840 South Charles Boulevard across from Hardee's at Bell's Fork, or online at greenvilleautoworld.net.
Safety comes first at Greenville Utilities. Did you know that by itself, natural gas is completely odorless? As a safety precaution, a chemical is added to the gas that gives it a distinctive and unpleasant odor. This allows you to detect the slightest amount of natural gas both indoors and outdoors. If you smell a strong odor of natural gas in or near your home, you should immediately call Greenville Utilities. GUC maintains staff around the clock in order to provide immediate response to emergencies such as natural gas leaks. You can count on GUC to keep safety job number one.
Hi, this is Todd Mitchum with Mercer Glass, Eastern North Carolina's most complete glass company. Mercer Glass specializes in windows, shower doors, auto glass, and mirrors. We can install or repair almost anything made of glass in your home or business. So give us a call at Mercer Glass. That's 752-5101. That's 752-5101.
North Carolina State Parks is proud to announce that they have partnered with the Hometown Strong program. Our visitor centers are now equipped with public Wi-Fi to help kids with school. Remote learning has become a critical public health measure in maintaining social distance and continuing to educate our young people. Take advantage of Wi-Fi and a hike at Goose Creek State Park or a day trip to the beach and access remote learning at Fort Macon State Park. For more information, visit hometownstrong.nc.gov.
Tired and sluggish? Down in the dumps? Or just have the blahs? Maybe you need to hydrate. Revive Health and Wellness on East 10th Street in Greenville offers IV hydration that can help you with lack of energy, improve your mood, assist with immunity, even fix a hangover. Locally owned and operated, the team at Revive Health and Wellness are experienced and licensed registered nurses that will assist you in preparing for your IV session. Call or text today with questions or to set an appointment with Revive Health and Wellness. 252-350-1805. That's 252-350-1805.
The Rick House, Eastern North Carolina's premier American-style restaurant and bourbon bar, has great specials throughout the week, like $10 Tuesdays. Get 8 traditional wings and a draft beer for just $10. Wednesday night is date night, 2 salads, an appetizer, a bottle of wine, 2 entrees, and a dessert for just $55. Friday is smokehouse night with the best ribs and brisket around. Saturday is Italian night featuring all of our made-from-scratch pastas along with 2 glasses of wine. And on Sunday is the legendary brunch from 10 to 2. The Rick House, 710 Red Banks Road beside the bowling alley in Greenville.
Pirate Radio.
We're going to be bigger, faster, stronger, and older. That's always a good combination.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to the U.S. Cellular 5th Quarter Postgame Call-In Show. Here's Clip Brock.
Back with you on Conspiracy Radio, the U.S. Cellular 5th Quarter Call-In Show. Texas A&M has it. That is a catch, I think, and should have it around midfield as time running down here, tied with Alabama. This one on CBS. We'll keep you up to date on what's going on. We still have lines locked and loaded. Gene, Bryce, Owen, hang on. Let's go to Michael in Charleston, South Carolina next. Hey, Michael.
Hey guys, what's going on?
What's up?
I guess it's been a long time I've been called. I'm not going to go down the woulda, coulda, shouldas. You guys have been doing that all night long and probably going to do it even after this call. What I do want to do is a shout out to my Low Country Pirates for always supporting me. I've been doing the Pirate Alumni Association for about 6-7 years now, and every time we have a viewing party or networking events, they always show out. And tonight there was no difference. We had a joint viewing party with the Knights this evening, and we had plenty of Pirates show out. Unfortunately, we lost, so can't say anything about that, but I just wanted to do a shout-out to those guys and also put in, also a welcome for you guys. If you ever find yourself down in the Low Country, please look us up, and we'll show you a good time. Thanks,
awesome. All right.
I tell you what, that's one of my favorite places down there, the Low Country, Charleston, South Carolina, and that area is amazing. Love that place down there. Definitely will take you up on that if we get down there.
All right, you guys have a good one.
All right, and we hope to never see Charleston Southern here again, by the way. That was too close. Let's never play them again. All right, let's go to Tampa and talk to Owen. Owen, what's up?
Hey, Clip. So, Clip, anytime I talk to you, you know I only care about one thing, and that's winning games. I don't care how we do it, just win the damn game. And when you give a game away like we did tonight, It's pretty upsetting. You go into a stadium against a team that is missing a lot of players, missing Dylan Gabriel, missing that wide receiver, their best running back. You can't lose that game. I mean, you just can't. And Billy, I think you had said earlier, that you felt like the better team did not win tonight. I disagree with you. If they can be down that many players, especially Dylan Gabriel, and still win, then we are not better than them. We just aren't. And we still should have won that damn game. I don't care about 4th and 8 not blitzing or did somebody throw a pass or run. I don't care. You have to win that game when they're down that many players. And to sit here for people to call in and go, we should be happy because 3 years ago they would have beat us by 30 or 40. What the hell do you think they would have done if Dylan Gabriel and those guys would have played? They would have cut us in half. So when we had our chance to win a game and we give it away, it's just like you guys mentioned about the South Carolina loss. We gave it away. You cannot give away games, period, especially when you sucked as much as we have. When it's there for the taking, you take it. And we don't do it. And that's all I got for you. I'll see you boys later.
All right, Owen and Tampa wants to win.
All right, a couple of things. First of all, I do think that East Carolina was the better team. Now, we're not talking about better programs because if you take those 5 starters and put them out on the team, that's a better team than East Carolina's. Tonight, the team that was on the field for UCF, I don't believe was the better team. Taking advantage, as far as the 4th down plays and stuff like that, and having those guys out there. Like you said, if Dylan Gabriel would had been out there, it might have been a whole different story. They might have put 40 points on us. That didn't happen, so I did have a problem with the 4th and 8 call just because of the fact that you had a freshman quarterback out there. You didn't have Dylan Gabriel out there, so that's why you put pressure on the guy. So that's just my thought. I truly think that the better team was East Carolina tonight. Maybe not the better program at this point if you add those 5 starters and especially Dylan Gabriel into the mix. But tonight, I think East Carolina was the better team, but didn't win. But that's just my opinion.
Back to the U.S. Cellular 5th quarter call-in show. Back to the Fixed NC Live line. I'm running out of words. It's getting late. Bryce in L.A. is up next. Hey, Bryce.
Hey, guys. I'd like to say that I'm really happy that we never have to go down to that trash of a stadium ever again and play those trashy Central Florida players that like to do that same old crap that they did with Marcus Crandell. I remember how they ruined our season and how they try to do it to John Young today. They're as bad as South Florida, and I cannot wait until they go to the Big 12 so I can pull a Clip Brock St. Bonaventure special and gear up and whoever they have to play all the time to shove it in their dirty faces every daggone week.
All right. That was passionate.
Hey, that's something I wanted to touch on earlier and didn't mention, the John Young thing. Man, I tell you what, talking about dodging a bullet, when he went down, I thought, wait a minute, there's one of our star players that's gone down. And I think, if I remember correctly, Clip, what you had brought up, the point on 3rd, I think it was, or 4th and 6 or 7 on the 39-yard line where he punted, that didn't seem like a normal John Young punt there. And that was right after that. It was shortly after that, I believe. It just didn't seem like John was still all there, if that makes sense. It felt like he was still might have been
that
hurting
was
a little
after. I think you mixed up that order. I don't
maybe
know. Anyway,
maybe.
Cameron says someone want to tell Bryce we go back to UCF in 2 years. No, Cameron, we don't want Bryce to know that right now. He can't handle that.
Baby, I'm there. I am there. We're going to shove it down the throats, and maybe somebody who calls in, Larry, whoever you are, what's your face, and want Mason Garcia to really stuff it to him then too. Go Pirates!
All right. There's Bryce in L.A. Down goes Bama.
Wow.
41 to 38, last second field goal.
The field.
And they are storming the field in Aggie land. So down goes Bama. What a wild year.
Saban doesn't know what to do.
Question for you. They are unranked. They were 3-2. Is Cincinnati ranked higher than Alabama next week?
No.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I mean, it's the reality of it. It's Cincinnati. It really is.
All right.
That's like saying if that was East Carolina, would they be? Cincinnati's not going to get the national respect that Alabama does.
317-1250. Gene is up in Atlantic, North Carolina. Hey, Gene.
Hey, how are you doing?
Great.
I would like to say the guy, I'm a few callers behind, but the guy that called in talking about Garcia should be playing and talking about Holers and his dad.
Holers.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Anyway, it's been a long night.
Yeah, it has.
Holers.
Yeah, we got you.
We got you.
You know what I'm saying. But anyway, he's going to play the best player. You know what I'm saying? He's going to play the best guy. He's not going to. He's still got a job to keep. He's still got games to win. He's not going to put. That guy was just killing me, and I think it was killing you all too. And I've just been sitting here waiting on hold just to tell you that. And I know it doesn't mean anything, but go Pirates! We're doing better. Everybody, all the negativity. It's not. It's getting there. Give them some time. And that's all I got to say. Thank you.
All right, Gene. Thanks for calling in, man. 317-1250. Look, Larry's not the first guy to say something like that. And if Mike Houston really is only playing Holt Nailers because he's from Greenville, then that is that's awful coaching by Mike Houston.
That's a fireable offense.
It really is.
That's something you would think would come out of Steve Logan's mouth. That is a fireable offense. I mean, if he is playing him just because he's from Greenville, that is a fireable offense.
In all seriousness, Mike Houston, this is not his last job. He has higher aspirations than coaching East Carolina. But, I mean, his first job is to make this a winning team, go to bowl games, all that. But Mike Houston's not going to start a guy because he's from here and his dad's the PA announcer. And certainly he's not going to start a guy because his dad has a high school show on Pirate Radio. It's I don't know. If you believe that, then I need more evidence than what Larry could provide earlier. All right, 317-1250, what do we got? One more break? Last call for your calls. Hey, Mike Ward, you still up? We have an open line. 317-1250. We're back with more on the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter call-in show after this.
The best place for delicious food and great prices is Familia. Familia has something for everyone, like New York-style pizza, lasagna, chicken, veal, or eggplant parmesan, homemade meatballs, plus a variety of seafood selections and favorites, like the steak burger and southern pork chop. If you need food to go, Familia's drive-thru window is open and ready for all takeout orders. Familia, Fire Tower Road near Pitt Community College, and FamiliaNC.com.
Why do I run? Is it because I'm driven? Because I love the challenge? God, no. I do it for the beer. If you're the kind of runner who does it for the beer, this summer you can get one on us with the Michelob Ultra Beer Run. Grab your run buddies and get out there, because this summer there's beer at the finish line. Sign up at ultrabeerrun.com and trade your miles for beer.
Come and explore great shopping in downtown Washington at Naughty Life. Hi, this is Gina from Naughty Life, and new fall merchandise is arriving every day, featuring all the new Yeti products, like the loadout buckets and waterproof dry duffel bags. We have new fall clothes for men, women, and children. At Naughty Life, we have something perfect for any occasion, like new jewelry and a great selection of sunglasses from Costa, Reflect, and RCI. Visit Naughty Life on Main Street in historic downtown Washington, and like us on Instagram and Facebook.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Are you starting to plan your holiday travel for this year? Book today on American Airlines at PGV and enjoy the friendly convenience of flying from your local airport. American Airlines and PGV. Book today at aa.com. PGV, where the Pirates fly.
Eastern North Carolina's choice for window tinting, signs, graphics, wraps, graphic design, and more is Signs and Tint. Signs and Tint is family owned and operated right here in Greenville, and their NC licensed electricians specialize in vehicle wraps, paint protection film, and more. They can even do building signs for your business. Signs and Tint offers 10% off for military and first responders. Also, make sure to mention Pirate Radio at checkout for a discount. Stop by their office today at 801 Staten Road or visit them online at signsandtint.com.
Guess what, Greenville? Calzones are back.
Community Calzone is the only restaurant in town specializing in calzones. Choose from over 50 different calzones, or you design your own with unlimited options, including vegetarian. Community Calzone also features wings, huge salads, and more. Plus, they deliver to almost everywhere in Pitt County. Located on Greenville Boulevard next to Ashley Furniture Warehouse, they're open for lunch, dinner, and late night for dine-in, pickup, or delivery. It's Community Calzone.
This is ECU assistant football coach Roy Tesh, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter postgame call-in show. Here's Clip Brock.
All right, they are covering the field, and I mean all of Kyle Field, all 100 yards are taken up by A&M fans and students after the Texas A&M Aggies knock off Alabama, and the college football world takes another turn. Georgia going to be the number one team next week after they handled Auburn on the road today. All right, I look to my right and see we have no callers for the first time this evening.
Are you ready for a stat to consider?
Stat to consider. What do you got, Billy?
Jimbo Fisher, the first former Nick Saban assistant coach to beat Saban head-to-head. He was assistant coaches were 0 of 24 before tonight.
Wow, that is a great stat on the UBE stat sheet. Jimbo getting it done. The crazy thing is, you would say, well, now, where's A&M back in the playoff chase? They've already lost 2 games. They're already out of it. I think it's a great win, but kind of a shame they let a few get away from them already in 2021. All right, let's get to our Brown and Wood Drive of the Game, brought to you by Brown and Wood, serving the Pirate Nation and Eastern North Carolina for over 80 years. Brown and Wood has 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 showrooms, and 1 goal, and that's that you leave a happy customer every time. They also have 1 Weaver. Brown and Wood on Greenville Boulevard, Greenville, online at brownandwoodauto.com. B and Dub, Billy sold another car today. Congrats.
I did. Sold another car. It was like hitting a 3-pointer at the buzzer before coming in and watching the show, and I got my Brown and Wood purple shirt on tonight. The Brown and Wood Drive the Game, 16 plays. What was it? 8 minutes and 32 seconds or something. Ended in an East Carolina field goal.
If it ended on a touchdown, it would have been the drive of the year.
It would have been the drive that won the game.
8-16.
8-16.
That's a hell of a drive.
That is a drive. 16 plays.
Yeah, that's that. And
but once again, like we said, that was another one of the missed opportunities, not punching that in that situation.
No doubt. All right, Weave, good stuff, man. We're going to get out of here just before Sunday morning.
All righty. We are 3 minutes before the bewitching hour.
Any final thoughts on this one?
Man, disappointing.
Very, very disappointing. Pirates had it. Feels like the South Carolina loss, and just couldn't get it done tonight.
Had it by that much.
They'll be on the road.
Missed it by that much.
In a couple weeks at Houston. We will not be here next Saturday. And
or the Saturday after that.
False.
Wait. Oh, no. That's right.
Saturday, and then
the next Saturday we're up. Yeah. So we will not be here 2 of the next 3 Saturdays.
That is correct. But we will be with you. Yes. And now I'm confused. 2 Saturdays, and then the following Thursday,
right?
For a Thursday nighter, and we'll have all your coverage here on Pirate Radio. We are, after all, controlling the football program, so we are pulling the strings, baby. We are the puppet masters. Master of puppets are pulling the strings.
We're not letting Mason Garcia in the game anymore.
Shirley, congrats on getting in the Hall of Fame. Chandler, good luck to your Panthers tomorrow. Billy, let's hope our football team can win a 2nd straight game.
I'd love to see the Saints go down.
And that's all I got. Thank you, fine folks, for tuning in, being a part of today's show.
Hey, and go Panthers, too. They're playing the Eagles.
We'd love to see a Philly loss. We'll be back with you in a couple of weeks on the Bud Light pregame tailgate and the U.S. Sailor 5th quarter call-in show. Thanks to Tiebreakers for the awesome food. We'll see you there on Sunday. So long, everybody.
You have been listening to the U.S. Cellular 5th quarter postgame call-in show. Join us next time for complete postgame coverage of East Carolina football, exclusively on Pirate Radio.